It's fine. Last band's now coming out. There was an Omni-Knight band as well as the PA earlier, as well as that Viper and the Queen of Pain. So last phase, we're still looking for a Dendi. No, not a Dendi hero. Probably a Crystallize hero, unless it's going to be a Core Venge, which feels to be the way that people play it more often than not nowadays.
I think I've seen him play it quite a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Core Venge. So far, Navi seems to be drafting like all the things that they're very comfortable with playing. Virtus Pro, we have that No One Tiny. I mean, that No One Tiny was something else, so I'm a little worried about that one. Rest of the draft, yeah, really strong in terms of laning, Lifestealer AA, old combo. You can't get away from the cold feet, and Ogre just going to charge up this Tiny, charge up this Lifestealer, two great Bloodlust targets. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like the aggressive Virtus Pro lineup so far. The only thing I have to complain about it is that Ogre Magi, not exactly the best hero for Lil to be on. I feel like it isn't that flashy, super high-skilled 4-position hero that you normally see him on. Actually, he might even be playing the AA, honestly. I'm not too sure. Solo seems to be playing Ogre Magi all the time.
Yeah, that probably seems like it make more sense. The other thing that I would say is they don't have the best lockdown for Storm. It was a really good... You don't often see Storm Spirit in the 4th pick, but having it that early is kind of taking advantage of the lack of stuns and lockdown that they have right now. They're going to need to address that. Medusa is the last pick, and then it's going to be an anti-mage.
Pasha Lifestealer.
Oh, they throw it back around. No one Lifestealer, in fact. Pasha offlane Tiny.
All right, let's calm down. They might swap things up. They might not.
Storm Spirit against Lifestealer? Do you just like
it's going to be Lifestealer AA.
You think
I'm pretty sure they'll lane together. I mean, the thing is, the cool thing about this lineup is that this Ogre and this AA can basically be in any lane at any time. The only lane that they want to avoid is the Anti-Mage's lane. So Anti-Mage might be in a little bit of trouble in the early game, but there's a lot of potential for 2 out of 3 lanes to go very, very well for them.
Do you think that Ramses might go mid against Storm Spirit? We've seen that a couple of times.
That's also possible. But the thing about it, I feel like, is if you dual lane the Lifestealer with the AA, it's really easy to kill the Storm. Like, the Storm actually has so much trouble dealing with this.
Okay. Well, they're all heading bottom right now. So we'll see where they end up going and what the final tally as far as hero lineups go. But Ramses does have some tangos pulled towards him, as well as 5 more in his inventory. So it kind of tells me
that probably means... Oh, for Ramses?
Yeah.
I think if you get pulled like this is more of a solo safe lane type of build.
Okay.
Yeah, not a mid build.
There's a coin blade queued up as well. But it's going to be a little jaunt through the jungle. They're also on Navi going to be able to place down a good ward over here to the side, giving decent vision over the starting areas. But as far as an AM pick last, how good is this? We've seen it more than a few times.
Oh, Anti-Mage here is an amazing pick. This is great for Medusa, great for Storm. No real counter to the Anti-Mage. If he has a good game, this is going to be the Anti-Mage show.
All right. Well, and he's certainly set up to do that. We've seen VP kind of dominate throughout these qualifiers. It's just the one game, but they completely destroyed Vegas Squadron. And it was a Vegas Squadron team that looked relatively good. And likewise, Navi has looked pretty good recently. But it's hard to deal with. And, well, there he goes. Ramses going to go mid. This was something I remember Miracle was like always asking Kuro to pick him Anti-Mage in the mid lane whenever there was a Storm Spirit. Because he said he really liked the matchup. Could be even better if Solo's able to get himself a courier on the way out. But doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least for now.
Alright, so they found out what the lanes are. Lifestealer is going to head up top lane now.
Yeah. So, Lifestealer one-on-one against Enchantress. What do you think about that matchup?
I think it's okay for Lifestealer. I mean, the whole idea is that you don't have to... Oh god, he's taking so much damage right now.
Oh,
the whole idea is that you can actually bypass untouchable by having rage. But I feel like it's actually not that bad for Enchantress. It's pretty hard for him to kill you. Like, he's gonna have to do a lot of damage in order for him to kill you, and by the time he has that kind of damage, you should have enough levels to survive with Nature's Attendant.
Okay.
But with an AA here, then there's a good chance you could get yourself killed.
It's unlikely that they're going to be able to slow her down enough to catch the Cold Feet proc. I guess maybe it's different, though, since you have the, like, slow that gets applied on Chilling Touch as well. We'll have to keep our eyes on that, sort of, as... Well, bottom lane, we haven't talked a lot about this lane, but it's going to be a Tiny just tossing fools around down here. Gets himself level 2. As Dendi in trouble. Ramses able to trade over the aggro. Are they going to be able to find the kill? He gets the blink away. First blood going that way. Kills all over the damn place. They found the kill on Enchantress too.
They killed the Enchantress up top. Lil dies for it. And then the mid lane, Storm dies. Solo dies. 4 deaths going on simultaneously. Good luck catching that one.
I caught half of them. Call it good, yeah?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it is Anti-Mage off to a really hot start. I think some of these... Oh my goodness. Down bottom, the Vengeful Spirit ends up dying. But... some of this is also COG CS for Ramsey, so it's not as bad as it looks, I think, for the Storm.
Uh-oh. Dive up top? I don't know if this is a thing.
They're trying to make it a thing. Roger is going to battery assault them, but as soon as the Cold Feet come out, Roger forced to jump away. They're going to be able to find the Stomp. The Chilling Touch is there as well. They find the stun onto AA, and Roger going to be able to help find that kill onto Lil.
God, this is such a difficult lane to deal with. Enchantress as well as the Clockwork, it's just so much dive potential, and they don't have really any real way to slow down the creeps or the Clockwork. Open Wound's only level 1. I think if he had like level 4, if he was level 4 with level 2 Open Wounds, he might have been able to save him, but it's not easy.
Well, talk to me about how this early start is going, like the laning phase. Do you feel like there's any big winners, or as far as the teams are concerned, or individual heroes?
I think VP are going to be happy with this. They're behind a little bit, but I mean, all that really matters to them is that their anti-mage is going to be free farming in the near future.
Right.
That's what you're worried about. So as long as they manage to get to that stage, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. You know, these other lanes, they're not doing the best, but they're doing okay, and that's all you really need.
Okay. Yeah, and Ramses, he has his Ring of Health done now, as well as the Tangos on top of it. A Quelling Blade. He's feeling okay at this stage, and, well, meanwhile, Solo in some trouble down here bottom. They're going to run into him and start to take him down. Crystallize secures himself a kill. Medusa versus AM, always thought of as a counter. How scary is it? Has there been any changes to Medusa that make this any better at all, or is it still just as bad as it's always been?
I think it's a little better, but at the end of the day, it's still an anti-mage matchup. It's not easy. Yeah. It's really difficult.
And no one's still just trying to keep this Enchantress back. They've had this one Centaur forever, and even though you have Feast, still so freaking tanky and hard to deal with.
Oh, mid lane, Ramses
ends up going down. The rotation in from Seneko. Dendi there. He's playing really low HP for a while.
Yeah, he's, you know, really confident in his ability to survive, but that's the risk you run into when you're at that low health. One little mistake.
They turn it back around, and Dendi not level 6. They find the kill onto Solo somehow. Dendi able to outplay them. But he is going to end up paying for this, I do believe, unless he can get over to the Ancients for the deny. Not going to happen. While all that was going on, Lil is also going to die in the top lane. So just action everywhere. 11 kills in 5 minutes already.
That's very worth it for VP, though. Slowing down this Storm is really important, because he's like one of the only heroes next to Clockwork who can put a lot of pressure on this anti-mage after the laning phase.
Oh, no one. Are they going to dive this? Roger is comfortable going for it. He saw the rage was already there, but they're not going to end up going for it any further. They find another kill onto Dendi. So even though they're like getting ready to dive no one top, they're still finding kills in the mid lane.
Yeah, Pasha making a great rotation. Offlane Tiny. This is very new to me, but this is a super entertaining hero to watch. So curious to see how Pasha does on this offlane Tiny. He's actually gotten himself a bit of levels as well.
Yeah,
4.5 now. Definitely can't compare him to the Enchantress. Enchantress already level 6. General is destroying this offlane.
Yeah, has the Orb of Venom, the treads as well, and Roger, every time he makes this rotation, and it's pretty scary, although no one needs to be careful, as he is going to end up being able to find this kill. They lock him in the pain train, but General not able to find the finish, and being botto blocked by Solo as well. They get the stun, they get the turn, they're trying to take him down. General has a ton of heal right now, 3 points in it. And it looks like he is going to be able to make his escape, at least for the moment, salving up as well. They dodge away and no one is forced to TP away. Solo likely to be punished, as they weren't able to find the full rotation. And, well, Solo, one last hit, General gets the kill.
Well, it was support for support. I think you can... It's kind of like an even thing. Not too big of a deal. More importantly is this mid lane. I mean, Anti-Mage is getting so much help. Dendi is still not level 6. Well, Anti-Mage is almost level 7, so he's having a great start here.
And you got to be so careful about spending that whole mana pool now as well for the Storm Spirit. You can just get blown up in an instant. And top lane, they find a quick kill again. General and Clockwork, they just blow him the hell up, tossing in. No one wants to be able to find the kill. With the rotation in from the Tiny, this actually might end up working out. They're bringing in Ramses as well. The stun is there on a Clockwork. General getting ran down. They have the mana void. They find the kill. And now they're going to be able to toss another one forward. Pasha making the initiation happen for his team, as Roger is going to get ran down into the pit. And one last hit. They're trying to save it for Ramses.
They gave it to him.
What? No! How do you do that?
That's why you don't save kills like that. Oh, man.
All right. VP is going to be feeling a little sheepish after that one.
It's okay. You know, it's,
Solo with the correct number of gold won in that engagement.
Structures are fortified.
That was a joke there. It's 332 gold. I'm done.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well, tower goes down. Steven, it's 2,000 gold lead for Navi right now.
So far, things are looking okay for them. I'd like to see them get a little more, or get level 6 on Clockwork a little faster. But they're going to make a rotation beforehand. Both level 5. More than capable of killing off Pasha together, I believe.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that they catch him out of position. And, well, with no tower, this is going to be easy peasy. Although, he just tosses him away. And there's the avalanche and the runaway. And Pasha. All right. Apparently, it's not easy. That just happened indeed.
That was some great play. In order for him to survive that, he pretty much has to time everything and hit everything correctly, because, like you saw there, just by hitting one stun or getting caught up by the Clockwork, and he was going to die.
Dire's bottom tower is under
All right.
attack.
Well, 2,000 gold lead. There's a big old stack of Ancients over here as well. That's something that Medusa's probably going to need to move to later. She has a Master Madness stun. Are they going on him? Oh, General getting ran at. They have everything in the kitchen sink. And General, it's not often you see a Enchantress move at 165 movement speed. It's the slowest working.
Killing off the Enchantress is like really important for them too, because he's doing so well in this offlane. It's going to provide you the most for actually getting the kill.
Don't look now. Ramses is 1,000 gold away from a Battle Fury. Dendi forced to jump away here. Man, if he gets this Battle Fury in this amount of time, I'm going to start to be pretty scared for the AM, as he is going to be forced back away again. Do you think it's too scary to leave Ramses in the mid lane now? Like, should he be rotating to one of the side lanes to farm?
It's actually kind of interesting to see how they keep him in the safe lane, or in the mid lane, because, like you saw earlier, right? He's actually able to just go into those side lanes and help them in terms of team fight, and then just pick up extra gold. I think that's kind of like the idea. Like, they're going to be really aggressive in the other lanes, and then he can just quickly reinforce them and then get a bunch of gold. Oh, this huge ancient stack.
Yeah, this is really big. They're moving in right now, too, and it's a smoke gank into it. There's the hardcore cook, though. Roger going to be able to find Lil. Can they blow him up in time? They're also facing off against Dendy, so they're going to be able to get Lil, and now also taking solo. But like you said, they do end up losing Seneko. But this is a big old stack of ancients, and I don't know if they're going to be able to come and contest in time. Ramsey's still squaring off against Dendy in the mid lane. They're rotating in solo yet again. They want to come and take this away from Crystallize, but he's farming it up so quickly. Pasha moving in. The rest of Navi
they're
left.
running in. There's so many creeps
Toss,
still.
toss, maybe, possibly. They're going to end up throwing him into the middle of VP. Dendy got rooted there. I don't know if they can take this anymore. That was a stone Pasha. He throws his tree at him, and now Crystallize getting ran down. They swap him away, trying to save his life. They did get a big increase in mana, but the Ice Blast is going to be off the mark as well. They're almost killing him. They don't get to the shrine in time, but the rest of VP might be in trouble now. They're caught in the cog. That's going to be another kill. No one getting torn down as well. 4 dead for VP.
My goodness. You know, the shrines were nerfed, but shrines are no joke. I don't know if it's actually worth fighting there. They do get the big kill, which is a Medusa, at a huge cost, though. That was a 1,200 gold swing going in favor of Navi. And your anti-mage is slowed down once again.
Yeah, I guess the like plus side, as you said, is that the Medusa still couldn't take the stacks. Do they have to come back and contest this again?
I think so.
Oh, man.
I don't think you want to give this up.
She's taking it really quickly, though, and VP maybe a little bit skittish after that last fight. Solo, he's walking over, he's smoked. He's gonna not place down a ward as the smoke breaks. And it looks like VP gonna have to give it up. An Ice Blast? Maybe he can sneak some with that? That's a lot of damage.
Taking so much damage.
Oh my god. He's living, I think.
Yeah, they're just gonna slow him down a bit.
Everything that they can do. But a really good warding decision here and getting the sentry ward down as well, so that way they can make sure that it's not stolen.
Well, it's quite a bit of an investment to make sure this is actually taken.
Yeah.
Because this is 2 observer wards. I mean, there's 2 of them right next to each other.
Oh my goodness. Top lane. General goes down. Roger chasing Lil, but he's in the creep wave now and shouldn't be in too much trouble. Although Dendy comes in big, finds 1 kill, is able to get Lil. I think that's going to be about the extent of it, though. And, well, 16 to 11. But we will have a round of 14-minute Battle Fury done for Ramses.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
This Kaya Storm thing is actually ridiculous. I wonder if I'm underestimating it. I'm starting to feel like this this Storm might actually be able to deal with this anti-mage until he's able to get online.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to me through it. What are you thinking?
I mean, the thing is, anti-mage, like, right now only has 8 armor, right? And Storm already has his Kaya. He's actually getting pretty close to his Bloodstone. You look at the net worth, Dendy is doing really well right now, despite all the pressure he got earlier on. Yeah, he's 1,500 gold ahead of the anti-mage. All it takes is Storm to zip in and catch his anti-mage, and then by having your vent there, you'll have more than enough damage to kill off this anti-mage every time. Because he's only got 900 health. He took the 20 attack speed, so he's very low on health. And he's only got 7 armor. It only takes a wave of terror and a stun, and that's the end of the anti-mage.
Vision-wise right now, they don't quite spot out the Lifestealer, but he is over there. They take down the tier 1 tower, and the wraparound is coming now from Navi. The rest of VP is sort of off to the side, not wanting to get involved in this. Lifestealer in a very precarious spot. But with the rest of Navi leaving, it looks like he is going to be able to just walk away from that one. As the rest of Navi head to the north. We want to try and push down that tier 1 tower. So when is the point where you feel like AM is going to be safe in this game then?
I don't think he'll ever be safe. It's like, it's all about his map movement and his ability to just basically avoid getting ganked. Like he needs to, he needs to understand his map, or where his opponents are going to be at all times.
Bottom lane. Yeah, they caught Pasha. The quick hook shot in, and DD, or rather Dendi, TPing into that one as well. They do scan, and catching Ramses here. He's going to TP away. Probably a good decision there. He's going to be by Snako, but there's not really much that that guy can do. And so VP doing a good job of avoiding things right now.
Yeah, Ramses' map awareness is really good. Either that or Solo's telling him what to do. So.
No one? Is he dead? Oh, Armut toggle. He's going to get away. But that Enchantress hits damn hard. 2 points in impetus. Drums, treads, building towards a Hurricane Pike next. So, Steven, if you're Navi, are you really concerned about trying to take down the storm or the anti-mage right now, or do you feel like it's because of like how strong this Kaya Storm Spirit is, it's not going to be as big of an issue?
Oh no, it's definitely an issue.
Okay.
I mean, Kaya is just a 2,000 gold item, right? It's really good, but it's not going to win you the game.
All right.
Yeah, what they definitely need to like put on the pressure before he gets out of control. Right now, he's not at that stage. Like, look at how he's playing. He's really afraid of getting picked off. But let's say he finishes his Manta and then finishes his third item. That's when you have to be really cautious. Not even cautious, but you have to be really scared of taking a team fight against them. It's like we saw yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? Like Kingwin played anti-mage against Hellraiser?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that anti-mage just cut creep waves all game. And then once he hit his third item, he got a butterfly, and then the game was just like over.
Yeah.
They knew that he was strong enough to fight. Yeah, they smoked, won a team fight very easily with his third item.
Well,
they're gonna Roshan.
I mean, that's the thing, right? If they're able to get this Aegis here onto Storm Spirit, it's only tier 2 towers remaining. It does feel like there's a strong possibility that they could just like take these down, get into a position where they can end the game with the next Aegis almost. Medusa is also pretty scary here, Crystallize. Almost 10,000 net worth. Has Dragon Lance. About halfway to a Scotty. They do spot out Ramses, but not going to be able to go him. They just want to take down towers. Hook shot in. Never mind, they want to find kills. Solo is there. He's in trouble. Gonna be pulled back in and killed off. And very little mana expended from that one.
Yeah, this is where Navi are extremely strong. It's before the anti-mage can actually get the job done. Like, he's trying his best to cut the wave right now, but there's still a large creep wave in the middle lane.
This is scary. Ice Blast going to come in. They want to hold high ground with this. The last creep is going to go down. They don't have a glyph, though. And, well, AM can keep cutting the creep wave. But this tower...
Where's the backdoor protection?
Oh, that doesn't exist anymore. That's a tier 3 tower down, and well, Navi gonna be very comfortable with that. Backdoor protection is weird, I feel like.
That's a good way to put it.
Well,
Ramsey still needs more time. He's getting there. Almost has his Manta, but I think he needs more than Manta at this point.
What's the you already talked about like that third item, whatever that ends up being.
I think he probably does go either BKB or Butterfly, I think.
You know, it's kind of interesting to me. People have been talking a lot about Storm Spirit as this next hero with Kaya that becomes a, you know, very strong force to deal with in the later stages. Now he has that item to get him over the hump as well. Taking it 4th pick and making it look this good, having a 6,000 gold lead against VP, it's starting to make me wonder if this is going to be worthy of an earlier phase ban or not. Maybe 2nd phase or something?
It's hard. I don't know if it's actually worth that ban. Yeah. Maybe it might be, but I feel like you can better prepare for it instead. I feel like they kind of just like underestimated it. They figured, you know, we can probably do well enough in the laning phase, or they're going to go on this.
Avatos able to jump away in time. Great play there from General, and Dendy pulls back in another. Lil almost dead as well. No one trying to turn this back around. Ramses, he jumps forward, blows up Crystallize, but wasn't able to find the kill. Dendy is still there, still doing a lot of damage, but they've already used the ulti from AM, and this is going to be a lane of barracks taken at 21 minutes. Navi don't even care about those side lanes. They just go right down the middle.
Yeah, they are doing a really good job in recognizing how strong they are right now, and how VP just aren't really able to defend against their high ground push, especially without the tier 3 tower. I think like VP might have been able to protect it if that initial jump hadn't failed. That was a great 4-step timing by General. Just completely dodging the whole combo. Like, that was every ability used, right? It was like the Avalanche was used, AA Blast was used, and Infest was used. And he probably took like the Infest damage, and that's it.
And I wonder, I mean, Ramses, obviously you want to try and get onto the Medusa and take her out if you can, but if you're able to like control that Storm Spirit, it does feel like that would be really helpful. But it's obviously so tough to make that happen, just because of how mobile he is and how few stuns they really have. They basically have what, like Avalanche and Fire Blast? It's pretty rough.
I think the idea behind it though is like, since you do have an anti-mage, right? That's kind of your answer. He's going to get himself killed. Oh, top lane?
Yeah, that's a quick jump. Roger. Does he actually get away from this? All right, they're going to take the tier 1 tower. Ramses finishes it off, but they don't find the kill on the Clockwork. Now General running very quickly. Medusa almost able to slow down Pasha there, but they're trying to escape, and looks like Ramses will be able to do just that. He goes back in to farm up again. Do they realize they're pinging it? Well, all right, Solo looks like he's going to end up falling. Meanwhile, they're still chasing Ramses here.
Oh god, he got regen.
Yeah, he's a monster. They jumping over here, though, able to take down Seneko as well. Pasha in trouble, as it looks like he is going to die, and Ramses just going to continue on farming and cutting the creep wave to the best of his abilities. So, final tally ends up being a 2-for-1 with more time saved for the AM.
Huh, Anti-Mage is queuing up Scotty?
Yeah. I'm a little bit confused by that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What do you like about Scotty?
Bottom tower is under attack.
Nothing, really.
Oh, God.
I think this might have been the thing. I think this is just a case of him queuing it up because he wants to buy the ultimate orb as quickly as possible.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't really make sense to me, but okay. I'm with you. I'll refer to you. Oh,
I don't actually know.
Because I was thinking like maybe a basher into Abyssal Blade or something, because he needs to like control the Storm Spirit, but I don't know. It's tough figuring out what they want to go for exactly. And Storm Spirit now level 18. Already had that static remnant damage. Could go for the attack speed if he wants to next. Lincoln Sphere is done. It's going to be really hard to kill this guy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dendy has had a great game so far. It's been 24 minutes. It's been 10 minutes since Anti-Mage has had his Battle Fury, and he's still on par with Farm. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, throwing trees. Pasha trying to find an answer here in this one. The TP back. No one is here as well. They're going to continue to try and creep cut here. Ramses just not a part of this engagement. And he can jump whenever he wants. 17 Bloodstone charges on him. Roger also has his hook shot ready. They use a secondary smoke now. Avatos killing off the creep wave, and swap back in. No, they missed the hook shot though. No one's still trying to run away. He does have Infest, so he should be fine. And if they want to, they could think about jumping back in again. Dendy walks forward. Solo is there, already in trouble. They force staff, trying to keep him alive. Not able to stop this. AM still not in the fight. Bloodlust Towers.
He is going to buy the Scotty.
Okay.
All right.
Scotty AM. No one. In some trouble. They pull forward. Dendy, he's gone in deep. He has to jump away, though. Ramsey's sword's right there. Ice Blast going to apply that debuff onto several different heroes, but Medusa is doing a ton of damage in this fight. The Life Stealer is already gone. Another force staff from Lil trying to save his buddy Pasha. Now, can they stay on to any one of these targets? It's just so difficult to make this work. And Ramses, every time he walks forward, he's being zoned back out again. They swap in Pasha, able to take him down, crystallize, taking a lot of damage, but can they find the finish? They blow him up, doing a ton of damage to all these heroes, but it's still not enough. Dendi stands tall, GG is called. Navi just stomped Virtus Pro.
Oh, I think I think the reason why he bought Scotty is I think they bought Scotty because he felt like he needed the stats to fight as soon as possible, and he couldn't buy BKB because he would die to the Medusa anyways.
Yeah.
So he just wants to build up his overall health pool and then build up his fighting capabilities. I suppose it's not exactly like the greatest, but
Radiant victory.
I mean, how can I doubt Ramses, right? That's what he felt. That's what he felt like was the best item choice for the inevitable fight, right? As soon as possible.
No, I'm with you. I think that I agree with you though, that it's like there was nothing that they could do really. They were in such a bad position that they had to go for this build that was like super strange and weird, and it wouldn't have mattered anyways because they just didn't have what it took. The lineup from Navi came online too quickly, and maybe a little bit of frustration being felt at those final minutes as there was some premature leaving of the game. But they did call GG, but then they like also left, and then the game paused. They were just sitting there for a little while. I don't know, Steven. Game number 2, what are you expecting to see?
I mean, I am definitely surprised. That was very much a VP lineup. I think if there's one thing you want to change up to begin with is Lil's hero. I think I mentioned at the start, it's not the kind of hero he usually plays. You normally give him a hero that can do much more when he has farm and has the skill set to like make a lot of things happen in the laning phase. Not like an AA, right? AA really cannot do much.
Yeah.
And even when he's level 6, he only has so much to offer. Because, AA is just that kind of hero. You need to give him a hero like Earth Spirit, or I've seen him, what else? I mean, he plays everything, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
He's an extremely talented Forb hero. I think he needs to be given something more along the lines of, his Visage or an Earth Spirit, Night Stalker, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what happens in game number 2. I think we got a series on our hands, man. I'm really excited. So we'll be back in a bit. Again, a best of 5, Navi versus VP. It's going to continue right after this, so stay tuned, everybody. More to come, and winner goes to LA for the Summit 8. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here for the Dota Summit 8 CIS Qualifiers Grand Finals. It's happening live. It's happening now. Dota 2, everybody. It's a joyous thing. Steven, how you doing, my man?
I'm excited, still excited to see this Grand Finals. I'm really surprised that Virtus.pro lost the first game the way they did. I think a lot of things changed when Navi were able to take that Roshan. They understood very clearly that if they were able to get away with that Roshan kill and pick up an Aegis for Dendi, they were on a good track to winning the game.
Yeah, and it felt like that big fight by the Ancient stack as well was another one of those definitive turning moments. You know, all of these things kind of worked in concert together where they're able to do it. And maybe we've discussed this before. Virtus.pro sometimes run into issues with getting a little bit too clever, getting a little bit too crazy. AM in the mid lane, you know, these things that in theory sound good. If you just play like a more standard game, they're so freaking strong.
Well, it's always hard to say. They might have had other things in mind. Unfortunately, it didn't go well for them. So they're going to be making some adjustments. I mean, Navi, they opened up with the exact same opening. Extremely flexible, right? We saw it being played as a support and offlane last game, but you know, this game, it could be a one position as well as a roaming Enchantress, for example. And this time around, Virtus.pro, they're going to give Lil that Earth Spirit.
Wow. And then immediately into a Queen of Pain. Navi, not afraid at all. Man, I gotta say again, I like this draft from Navi. It's a little bit different in that, like, you know, you've got the Queen of Pain mid, not necessarily the same type of hero that can take over a game as the Storm Spirit and scale into the super late stage, I guess. It's sort of similar. I don't know. What would you say is the difference between those two heroes? Does it matter?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think Storm scales a lot better than Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, she's all right, but not exactly the same level of carry as a Storm can be.
Yeah. I guess the other thing too to keep in mind is they can roam in their mid. It's probably going to be a general playing the Enchantress, and this is what we've seen before out of Virtus.pro. I guess that is the one other thing that I would say about them is they tend to go with, like, you know, I remember there's one instance very clearly where, like, at the Summit, the one that they won, which one was it? Like the Summit 6 or Summit 5 or something? The one they won before the 7. They like went with one draft, they lost a game, and then they immediately went back to a second draft, which was like a Bloodseeker Chen combo. And then a couple months later, they did the exact same thing where, like, they lost a game with this one particular draft, and then they ran the same Bloodseeker Chen combo, but then I'm divulging. Anyways, the point is that they have combos that they like, and this is one of them. Shadow Demon, Luna, they run it with a Mirana or a Spirit. It's a lot of team fight and a lot of push if they can win the team fight afterwards.
Yeah, I think the thing about Virtus.pro is that they like their lanes to be really strong as well, and this is kind of where they're steering towards right now. Shadow Demon setting up for the Mirana, which I assume is going to be played by no one. It's going to be very problematic for the Queen of Pain if they aren't able to protect her. So I think she'll probably have like a bodyguard at all times. Simply because if you get caught out, you can block an arrow for her.
Right. Yeah, that's probably. I mean, would that be the Night Stalker for you as the go-to hero? Probably.
I think it's going to be a combination of the Night Stalker as well as the Enchantress. I think this is most likely going to be a support Enchantress and a support Night Stalker, perhaps.
Okay.
But we'll see. Like you said, it can still be a general Enchantress.
I can dig it.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, last pick now for Virtus.pro. They need something to pull it all together. Probably a Pasha hero. Tiny's already been banned out, so we're not going to be seeing him again. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of the good ones are already taken away.
I think I would like some more CC.
Darkseer?
Either that or a big team fight. Darkseer works out decently, but I think if they go Darkseer, then Venge will be a carry, and then it's going to be really hard for him to get much in lane anyways. So maybe Tidehunter. I think Tidehunter's all right.
Oh God, Tidehunter! I love that guy. I've seen a bunch of 5th pick Tidehunters recently.
They're really thinking about it right now.
Yeah, they are. Jesus.
And I don't think Brood is a thing here. Oh, they're gonna go with Puck. Okay.
So plus sides of Puck. Give it to me.
It's going to help catch out Queen of Pain. Gives you that extra magic burst for dealing with Enchantress, because Enchantress is not exactly the easiest to take down with just right clicks. And then you know, if you get off to a good start, you know, you can buy items that help you burst down the, well, pretty much anyone on that side, actually. If you get off to a good start. There's actually quite a bit of magic damage coming out of Virtus Pro, right? You have the Beam, the Rock, a Purge, Starfall. I mean, everyone has a bit of magic damage, or a decent amount, so.
Alright. I can dig it. It also could end up being a Pasha Marana, depending upon the laning. I guess that they could look at that as well. Yeah,
I agree. They can definitely switch that up.
It might even be better.
The Puck matchup is really good.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a last pick Drow Ranger for Navi. Wow, okay. So Crystallize is going to do it. They are going to stick General on the Enchantress. This is the Drow strat. How strong is it in this particular game?
I was actually thinking about the Drow, but I was kind of worried about the pick simply because of how Virtus Pro play. It's like when you play a Drow game, you have to be really careful with how you take these engagements, and Virtus Pro usually do a really good job in kind of finding the right positions to take the fights in, and then they just run over the Drow, and then you can't really do much to protect her. They do have Avenge, but apart from that, you know, not much else.
Okay. Well, I like it. I guess the other thing that you could talk about is Virtus Pro have really good wave clear for the Drow strats. They can probably keep the side lanes pretty well pushed out. Does Drow strats nowadays still just have to be push oriented, or is there something to be said for like taking it later stages? And what do you feel like is the goal of this game for Navi? When do they want to end it?
I feel like it's kind of a balance thing. You're not exactly in a rush to take objectives. It's just that because you do have the Drow, you can very quickly just take the objectives anyways if they're going well for you, and then you just kind of maintain that momentum. And as long as you don't fall behind in farm, you can definitely take it late. But it has to be like very balanced, right? It can't be one way or the other. Like you either steamroll them, which at that point doesn't matter if you have a Drow really. As long as you have someone who can kind of hit buildings, you're going to take everything. And then if you fall behind, then you just lose everything. You can't really defend. So,
also, the talents change that we've gotten for the Drow Ranger are kind of interesting. So, movement speed stats, nothing big. The Gust knockback distance is kind of nifty. And then you can have extra duration or the marksmanship agility if you want. And then, of course, the big one is a 50% cooldown reduction at level 25. Which, it's not inconceivable that we could get to that point. What do you think about these talents? Is there anything that sticks out to you as really cool?
The talents are interesting, but I find it hard to believe. Oh, is he going to be able to catch it? He does catch it.
Oh, that's a first blood. Nicely done. Arrow connects, and poor Night Stalker gonna die. They give the kill over to no one.
First blood. It was ours all along.
But yeah, as far as Drow's talents go, it's like the right side, or not the right side, but you take 5 stats and then everything on the right side. That's how I would imagine it's this game going.
You don't like the cooldown reduction? Oh my god, is he dead again?
No,
trying to go for the wraparound. General is fully stuck. He's blocked in there. The arrow connects solo. What a guy! And now, are they going to be able to find even more? They have another disruption in 13, so it's probably too far, but still a lot of damage on the Snako, and no, they aren't going to be able to make it happen. Instead, though, Earth Spirit might be the one that goes down. The battle that continues forever. Lil going to have to give up his life for the cause, and, well, he uses a Fairy Fire. So, 2-1. Okay.
Imagine if he lived.
Is Crystallize dead? Nah, Pasha can't get him, but he's brought down very low. Well, that was a flurry of activity. But you were talking about the talents and the cooldown reduction. Or I was.
The cooldown reduction, honestly, like a Drow Ranger usually just has so many activated items, right? It's mostly gonna be for the gust and for the aura, the precision aura. Other than that, I don't really see much else use on it. So unless someone finds out like a new build where you can make use of a bunch of items, I don't really see it being too useful. Like 20% precision aura is like a little bit ridiculous.
Okay, that's fair enough. It is a lot of damage. Turn everybody into a core. By the way, up here in the top lane, General got zoned out pretty heavily and had to use one of his heals. Probably needs to wait until it's back up again before he ventures up here. And, well, with it off cooldown again, he's going to be able to get a little bit of experience. They're going to go out for another wraparound, but Roger there to separate it all. And, well, the turn, the heal, it's coming through. General falls. Thought he was going to be able to live with that heal, but not the case.
Yeah, the burst damage is just kind of ridiculous from VP's side. They got the Luna Aura, and then now, especially since Shadow Demon's level 2, you have a Soul Catcher to go with it. So anyone who gets caught by this disruption is most likely going to die, I want to say. It's a very threatening combo.
Pasha just like outplaying the Drow a little bit down here bottom. Tried to go for the Gust while the orb was in the air, and he was just able to phase shift away from it and jaunt away. So Pasha getting a lot out of the off lane.
Thought Lil was going to run straight for the courier. He's still running for the courier. Let's see if he can find it.
Run away, little courier. All right. How's the vac skills going? It's hiding. He's still got the haste.
Oh, did he catch a glimpse of it? I think he caught a glimpse of it.
Is he really going for this? Lil, what are you doing? You're crazy.
It ran out.
Drop your branch and heal up. Get out of here, buddy. All right, he's going to roll forward onto Dendi. Doesn't drop the secondary stone. Just giving a little bit of a, hey, how you doing? All right, well, early stages. Level 3 on Pasha in comparison to the level 2 of General, but that's also because Roger's been up here soaking some experience.
Yeah, he has to protect General. Otherwise, General just doesn't really have a way to get anything. If he gets disrupted, it's just game over for him. So, they're going to disrupt Roger instead.
Trying to go on him. This guy is big and tanky. The stomp while they were rolling through. Good play right there by General. And trying to heal up Roger. The heal doesn't come out. Instead, it was an enchant onto the Lil Earth Spirit, but they couldn't find it. And Rams is even getting CS on the camps that were taken over. So really frustrating start, I'm sure, for Navi.
Yeah, the scary thing was that damage was enough to kill Roger, even though Roger has 6 armor and they missed the Soul Catcher.
No one? Does he just solo Dendi? Oh my god! This is a Mirana against a Queen of Pain. Bad matchup to begin with the Queen of Pain having Drower, and he just hit a blind arrow. Alright, General's gonna end up going down. Excuse me, Lil's gonna end up going down. I think General lives.
Yeah, they don't have enough mana. Solo?
He's manning up. Come fight me. Come fight me. Is he gonna go down? They find the kill almost. No, he breaks the south. I
immediately regret my decision.
Is Lil gonna find the kill instead? Oh my god, no, General! Oh god.
What a series of unfortunate events. And he's trying to change Solo too, but Solo not gonna be caught out.
I can't believe that just happened.
Just a lot of wasted movement here now. Roger is basically making a trip to the enemy jungle for very little. Maybe he'll try to get something done in the mid lane, but I don't know if there's much he can do here. Mirana holding on to 3 leaps still.
They do have... they don't have a silence even. Man. Well, I gotta say, the highlight for me right there was no one just blind arrowing Dendi, predicting his movements, and then afterwards able to find the finish.
Lil's come to the bottom lane since Pasha is doing really well right now, so there's a lot of kill potential down here as well, but he is missing a bit of mana, so this is not exactly the easiest. Also,
mid lane, another arrow. They got him. Solo had the disruption, and well, Dendi is hurting. You said that they needed to have somebody here in the mid lane to tank the arrow for him, and meanwhile bottom lane the Drow Ranger goes down too by Pasha. It's all falling apart Navi are starting to get ran at, and I think Virtus Pro upset about that last game.
This is just some great lane or great map awareness from BP as well. They clearly, you can see, you know, it's a Venge and a Drow down here, and the moment they see him go to the mid lane because of the dive there they went on when they went on Dendi, they immediately go on Crystallize as well, just securing 2 kills in 2 lanes. This is just extremely dominant laning phase for them so far.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay, well, 6 minutes in, it's 2-9, a 3,000 net worth lead, gaining about 500 gold per minute over their opponents, and not really feeling like it's going to slow down anytime. And this is a Drow Ranger draft. Like, you know, they should be able to get out of the laning stage a little bit better than this, right? Or am I wrong in that?
It's hard to say. I feel like the draft is a little greedy. Oh, bottom lane. Going on Pasha. Do they have silence? They do have a follow-up silence.
Oh, he's in trouble, but is he going to live? He still has wand charges. Lives through it, gets the phase shift away. And Avoid needs to get out of there, but not going to happen. Roger being blocked in by the creeps. Is he going to die in his tower? No, Roger. Oh, well, it's still worth it. You get that kill onto Pasha.
Yeah. Luckily for Solo, he was in the area to get the EXP, so it wasn't a complete waste.
Yeah.
And no one gonna hand over his bottle to Pasha. Get his refill. See ya.
He's out of there. Well, it's hard to keep up with everything that's happening there. Another kill that happens in the top lane. Eclipse used. And
yeah, I don't blame you. I missed that one too, but Eclipse is down. Ramsey's most likely going to be sitting up here, not going to be leaving his lane until he finishes Mask of Madness. Jungle or Ancient stacks, no one's actually stacking. None of that, but bottom lane, everyone's down here. No one going to fire the arrow off.
Arrow, it's going to go in. Snako able to dodge it, take it for his team, but that just means that he's going to die as well. Dendi comes in. Is he going to be able to make anything happen at all? Looking for the Sonic Wave. It's not coming out, though. Dendi in trouble. Can he make it work? No one. Not going to die. He's bottling up to get away from him, and now Dendi likely to fall. Solo lives. And again, it's all gone wrong for Navi.
Oh, man. And no one is going to find...
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The prize is mine.
He's going to be so happy. Oh no, Solo, why did you take that? They both could have just bottled up. He's going to head back.
Yeah, well,
okay, they get Ramses at least.
Yeah, that's a big kill. They need to find something here, that's for damn sure, because it's 4-14.
Regeneration.
What does this mean for, like, the rest of this game, too? Like,
bottom lane.
Is Crystallized gone also? Yeah, the roll in.
Oh, goodness.
They found the stun. They found the kill. Is this the type of lineup that's capable of, like, snowballing and just sort of finishing the game at a decent time for VP? How do they take advantage of this lead that they built?
I think so. The thing about this lineup is that they're extremely snowbally because of the fact that, like, the Puck, the SD, as well as the Earth Spirit can basically sit on these side lanes. Like, you just push out the lanes with your cores as well as Puck, and then you just hide on the side lanes and make it so that your opponents are going to be really, really scared of actually moving out to get some farm. And by doing so, you're not going to be able to catch up in terms of farming. Like, it forces Navi to make some kind of aggressive move, and you can basically punish that.
Well, for Navi, at least, they took a tier 1 tower. Like you said, though, eventually they're going to be punished in these side lanes, but they're trying to move in towards mid. They find
Dendi?
themselves a jump. Dendi in trouble and going to die yet again. And now the Earth Spirit is ahead of all of the other cores, and they have the coil, they have the silence. The follow-up is going to be there. Lil walking forward, he's actually silenced as well, but I don't know if it's going to end up mattering. Seneko, he's fallen low, and Lil just going to roll out of there. And now he's only behind the Enchantress as far as net worth is concerned. Solo? Maybe in trouble? He already used Disruption. But now Ramses hits hard with the Lucent Beam. And the roll forward from far away, it connects. The long range stun, the Eclipse isn't going to be enough. They're trying to find the kill onto General and not going to be able to get him. Good play by General to fog that one out.
Yeah, great play from General.
Somebody needs to.
I'd like to point out that it's currently 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. No one is 8-0-3. That's like unheard of.
Yeah, this guy's pretty good at Dota.
And they're going to keep up the pressure. Another smoke coming out. Let's see if they are able to find anything here. They just want to ruin Dendi, it feels like.
He's 0-4.
Lil's going to initiate.
There it is. The opening. They get the banishment. Oh. Arrow's going to follow through. They get the stun. They got the damage. No. Good silence there. Roger saving the day. And now the Gust as well. Is this the beginning of the ruination? The turnaround that Navi needed. 5 heroes in the mid lane. Everybody sit behind Dendi.
Oh, that was... I feel like that was a bit of a miscommunication. Lil hits the basically the perfect initiation, and then following it up with a disruption just to ensure the arrow wasn't really worth it, I feel. I think like just having the stun and the silence was more than what they needed. You know, you just drop your whole combo and then purge him.
Oh no.
The kill. Oh,
4-person magnetize. Do they have any follow-up though? Puck. Oh, he had Dream Coil. Just a little bit late. That would have been tremendous.
I think he knew about the Dream Coil, but I don't think they wanted to fight against that because the entire team is standing together, and Enchantress has a max level heal. They probably didn't want to risk it.
Okay.
Especially because there's no Eclipse for them right now.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest reason.
Play it safe. Wait until your ultis are all off cooldown. Ramsey still has a ton of room to grow here. Is going to be able to get into that next talent if he wants, or he can max out Glaive, so that way he's got the 6 bounces instead of 3. And while I'm talking again, a kill on the Night Stalker during nighttime. Feels bad.
Feels bad. Crystallize forced to TP to the bottom lane. Doesn't feel safe here.
Yeah. And Seneko just going to try and get down some warding. Although, yeah, the Lil isn't going to run into him there. So Navi, you know, they've still got these like 4 heroes that are around the same net worth. The problem is that Virtus Pro's cores are just so much more potent than them right now.
Well, they have to do something. They feel like they're kind of forced to make, or just take these like really risky farming patterns right now, especially with a Blink Dagger Puck moving around and not showing himself. It's very scary to move around right now.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Spooky. And it's not supposed to be like this for a Night Stalker. God, if they could kill no one at some point, this would be really, really good for them. But no one retreating back to the ward, realizes that Roger's in the area. Void, not going to be there in time. And, well, more room for Dendi to farm. He needs to catch up.
Trying to catch up General right now. But they're going to find his Wildkin, so that's going to be the end of it. General TP's out. That sentry just doesn't catch the Observer. But it does run out anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So, Navi now. You have a good amount... Oh, Crystallize. A little bit of miscommunication about it there. And now they're moving in towards mid. They have 2 heroes that aren't covered in the smoke. Seneko looking for an opening.
Oh, they're right on the ward.
All right. Moonlight Shadow, do they have any sentries to lay down? I'm not seeing any. They lay down 1 right there as well. Seneko's over there to the side, but they have to play around the sentry so carefully here. Solo walks into the pit. Is he going to be found? They're up there underneath the cover. They drop the ulti down. They get the silence now down as well. Trying to kill 1. But Pasha able to turn it. The Dream Coil. It's on to 3 of them. Crystallize, the only one that's not caught in it. They do blow up low, but there's going to be the Eclipse as well. Dendi gets inside of the pit. This is working out okay right now for Navi. If they can kill off Pasha, it'd be tremendous. A triple kill for General. And that is exactly what they needed. The arrow's going to connect on the Seneko, but it doesn't finish him off. Live on 8 HP.
Oh, what a great team fight for Navi. And this is exactly what I mean. You know, even though they're so far ahead, when they're all grouped up like that, and Enchantress has a max level heal, it's a lot of healing. Yeah. And sometimes it makes it a little hard for them to burst them down, especially since a couple of the initial abilities War Miss from the Virtus Pro side. So, well done by Navi, kind of closing up the gap a bit. And I think without the Eclipse as well, they kind of have bought themselves a bit of time to catch up in terms of farm.
People, I think I underestimate how good that heal is. It's 110 heals per second, or 100 heals per second. Silence onto 2. Is Pasha in trouble though? They have the silence. He's gonna end up getting ran down. Pasha's just dead. The feed train is in full effect right now. Navi fighting back in game number 2.
That just happened. Caution, I'm not going to be too happy with that. I think they realize what's happening here. They don't want to give up this Roshan. This is going to be deja vu from last game.
Arrow goes in, misses everybody. But with Solo here, he only has 1 point in Shadow Poison. Are they going to be able to find him? The walk forward.
If they swap no one, that would be huge.
They need to find that kill. But it's daytime now. Darkness, 40-second cooldown. 4 minutes until night. Arrow. Misses. It hits onto Roshan. No one playing like he doesn't realize they're there, but he should have an inkling. It's just so hard to jump into this. Moonlight Shadow, Crystallized, running away yet again. Smoke about to wear off. VP maybe going to be looking for an opening here onto Dendi, but they don't realize everybody else is there. Now they see him. General walking forward. He got the heal off, though. Is it going to be enough to save his life? I think it might just be. And in fact, they turn it back around. They've caught themselves Pasha yet again. He goes down. They swap back in Solo. Navi and General in particular getting that heal off.
I think even if he didn't get the heal off, they were in a really good spot to take that fight. I mean, he's got level 4 untouchable. And he's got a Hood of Defiance. How are you going to kill him?
Yeah.
So Navi just doing a great job in baiting General right now. There's like absolutely no way they're going to be able to kill him off. And Ramsey, he's back, but I think it's a little too late. I think they realize they just can't stop this Roshan. And I'm starting to get flashbacks from the last game.
I mean, how similar is this to that game? Because last game it was an anti-mage who felt like he couldn't fight at all. Luna does have some team fighting capabilities. Will she be online enough in time to defend high ground if it comes to that for Navi? I mean, it's still a 4,000 gold lead for Virtus Pro.
I think it's a little different this time because the Aegis carrier isn't quite as crazy. I guess the best way to put it. Like Queen of Pain, she's good, but she's not a Storm, right? When Dendi got the Aegis last game, he had Kaya Bloodstone at this point. Right now, he's just got a Yule Scepter. It's not as threatening. So they're going to be able to buy themselves enough time for Ramses to basically pick up a Manta, and then I'll assume that he's going to be picking up either a BKB or something a little greedier like Butterfly, maybe.
Okay. Get big, large, and in charge for the Luna. It's definitely the goal. And, I mean, 2 points in Eclipse. They do throw out a nice little jaunt away. Puck almost dying there, but was able to get the blink out.
He's just kind of scaring him. It's just a Drow by himself, so
yeah. Even
if he got the Gust, yeah, he's not gonna be in trouble. BKB is gonna be the next item of choice for Crystallize.
I mean, that to me feels like an end the game item. It doesn't have to be by any means, but at the very least, it's something that allows them to take fights better and better.
Yeah, I think that's actually just, you know, the idea. You know how I mentioned, like, you need to keep a balance, right?
Yeah.
This is the item that he's going to need in order to maintain that balance. Because if he doesn't build an item like this, I mean, it only takes a moment for him to die, so...
Yeah. We also have the Lunar Blessing talent. Luna is not with them. No one ends up going down to Dendi in the top lane while they were taking the tower mid. That is a huge kill.
747 gold going towards Dendi's way. What did he just... Oh, he's going to go for the Veil. So he completes the Veil with that one kill.
That's huge. Helps out the rest of his team, and now Navi in this position to maybe find another one. Lil is up here. Roger spots him. Maybe too hard to go on him here. Good positioning by Lil. But looking to try and push for a tier 2 tower in the mid lane. They have a creep wave as well.
Well, without no one, they feel a little scared to push this or to defend this. They might go for a play after they back up. They might be waiting for him to back up, I feel.
I mean,
they might smoke.
It's very telling that even though they just got that big kill onto no one, it's still like such a substantial lead for Virtus Pro. How far ahead they were in the early stages of the game. But the experience is starting to turn back towards Navi's way. Might get into the next round of talents.
Ramses, he's Gonna go for the Hurricane Pike next.
Okay.
So, not a bad item choice. Gonna give him a bit of damage, mobility, some extra range. Overall, very solid item.
All he wants to do is farm right now. That's his life. But
yeah, they don't want to fight into the Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They don't want to fight into the Aegis, nor do they want to 5-man to counteract what Navi are doing right now. So, just a lot of splitting up right now, pushing out the lanes.
Roger.
Navi are the ones who want to take the fight.
Oh God, Pasha gets the Yule Scepter lift up. There's going to be the silence from Lil as well, though. Now they can look for the follow-up after the jaunt. Ramses is there as well. They get the stun, doesn't connect. They have the Eclipse already out, though. Is it going to be enough damage? Yule Scepter, Roger ends up falling. The arrow, it did connect, and now Lil in trouble. They blow up the Aegis. That's one round. Swap away Seneko. He's going to end up dying. There's just so much damage coming in. That Lunar Blessing talent, as well as just all of the illusions in the world. Blowing them up to hell.
Yep. And with that, they're going to call off the charge. What a world of difference it makes when you're not focusing the Enchantress.
Yeah. Really, though.
I think they kind of realize, like, okay, let's just ignore this Enchantress. We can just kill everyone else. God, those illusions. Disruption and Manta illusions. There were just so many glaives bouncing everywhere. It's so hard for them to get into that team fight.
Yeah. Luna really is just like a tank. When you're in the right position to begin, she can just blow you the hell up. And it's not going to get a whole lot easier. I guess that, like, with BKBs coming out on Crystallize, and Dendi also has one queued up right now, it means that they're going to be able to, like, jump away from the glaives, but a lot of that damage was physical.
Yeah. The BKB is definitely going to be extremely useful in helping them deal with the Earth Spirit as well as the Puck. Like, these silences are too much for you to deal with. If you don't handle them, then you're pretty much just going to feed in the team fight. So they do have to deal with that. But like you said, Luna, reaching that point where BKBs might not be enough to save you. It's really difficult for him to run into these team fights right now because Luna glaives are bouncing everywhere and Luna is doing like 250 damage right now.
This is kind of cool, though. Get the takeover of the illusions with the Enchantress. Enchant, not bad. But yeah, I'll completely agree with you. Luna is a monster. 14,000 net worth lead right now for Ramses, or rather, that's what he has in the bank. And taking out these ancient stacks, it's only going to be further accentuated. He is so far ahead. How did Ramses get this farmed?
The Luna. So, okay, Hurricane Pike is now done. I actually think, like, at this point, he might not even need to go for his BKB. He can basically go for even more fighting items. I think we've seen Scotty Lunas before. I think that's not a bad choice. Butterfly's still a very good choice as well. Basically any stat item is going to be great here. Yeah, since they're making use of the SD as well.
Again, I do like the Enchantress taking over the illusions. It feels like that's definitely necessary for them to hold it back a little bit, but if nothing else, you're getting the extra blessing onto your teammate, too. So the double aura strat working out, because then they'll have, what, Vengeance Aura, Drow Aura, and Luna Aura all in their team.
Oh, that's a good point. It's actually some ridiculous damage if you think about it.
Yeah.
All right, Dire Scan. They find Dendi here. Dendi might be in a bit of trouble. He's going to get jumped.
Arrow. They have another Yule Scepter. Oh, he didn't use his Yules. Okay, well, Dendi's dead. I don't know if he just couldn't or what, but Solo. It's going to be a kill on the Solo as well. And now the roll in.
That was close.
Pasha jumping forward. He's found himself Roger. But Roger just going to try and run away from this. Glimmer Cape to stay alive, and he does also have Hunter in the Night. He should be okay.
While all this is happening, Ramsey is going to keep on the pressure, pushing in this bottom lane, just building up his massive net worth lead.
Yeah. So how do you deal with this guy? What's like the play to blow him up? Is like how do you deal with the Luna that's farmed with the Navi heroes?
I think they definitely do have the damage. Like he's really strong, right? And he's really tanky, but between all the Navi heroes and just a couple of right clicks, like there's enough nukes. You know, you have the Void, you have the whole Queen of Pain combo, Magic Missile to some extent, and just a couple of right clicks. I mean, you can definitely take him down.
Right.
The problem is that's just the Luna that you're talking about, right? I mean, the Mirana is very strong right now too. You got the Manta Style, the Maelstrom, as well as the massive leap attack speed bonus that he gets.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, chasing. Ramsey's looking for an opening. Who does he find? Looks like nobody as of yet. We'll see if Navi's spidey senses are tingling as the Luna is chasing. Seneko found him. Time to run away. Blink away for Dendy, and Seneko Magic Missile, Manta dodge.
Dodges it.
And, well, see you later.
Great plays from Ramsey. Right now, what they're just trying to do is just make this Luna enormous. Oh, Pasha gets
good blink
silenced,
away from him.
That's going to be the end of it. Yeah, they're just trying to build up this Luna without committing too much and then waiting for the Roshan. I think once the Aegis comes into play, they're just going to force the issue.
Roger walks forward. They missed the silence, though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Navi looking to pick away at various people, but it's not happening. Are they going to make this move? There's really good vision in this area. VP see this entire movement down here. And in fact, if they're not careful, they might get ran at. No one already popped Moonlight Shadow, but they're not going to go for it yet. Probably a good decision. There are sentry wards in the area.
Yeah, they're just waiting for Roshan, and they see Roshan is up now. This might be what they were waiting for. 10,000 gold lead now.
Yeah. Well, arrow goes. Roger did have vision of Roche as well, so they're going to probably start to move over here also. They, I think, see Roger. Yeah, they saw him right here as well. Good ward up on the high ground. They take over the Luna. Arrow not going to connect. But it's now nighttime yet again. Silence off the mark. Crystallize not able to hit it onto the puck. And we keep on playing this sort of back and forth game. Crystallize in trouble. He does have his BKB though, but they end up popping the ulti. There's the swap away, and now in trouble. No one. They're gonna end up finding the silence as well. And Ramses, he pops the Manta Style right away. Little is there as well. They get the Force Staff, trying to keep Dendy alive. Still taking so much damage, but he pops his BKB as well. Eclipse is used, and they haven't found a kill onto any of these heroes. Maybe a chance here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Jeez, all of these abilities cast and not a single person going down. I think that definitely favors Navi, though. They didn't really commit much at all. They just committed a swap, and like that's about it. Virtus Pro fighting without Eclipse now. A little scary.
Yeah, they held on to Sonic Wave that time as well. So they'll have that for the next round. Arrow going to help them out with their Siege of Roshan. Disrupting the Luna, sending in the illusions. We've seen this story before. General going to take one over now.
It's crazy how much pressure Navi are able to put on against VP, despite being down 11,000 gold.
I know. It's nuts. Snako, though, they're moving forward. They want to try and take this fight. Ward down, swap back into one,
Roger?
but Dreamcoil able to turn this back around. Roger able to get the last hit on the Aegis, but still Ramses was able to pick up the Aegis. And now the minus armor, it's onto all of these heroes, but Dendy, he's dead. No buyback, 60 seconds, and this is where they're going to be able to take advantage. Crystallize has to get out of here. All these heroes need to escape. General trying to run away, but they're fully body blocking him in. General nowhere left to run, and he ends up going down. So they did get the Roshan kill, but it was still Ramses that got the Aegis, and he hangs on to it. This could be Elena Rax.
Yeah, only a buyback on the Enchantress. I mean, this Luna is basically finished the Butterfly now, too. So this is extremely scary right now for Navi.
And, well, there's going to be a stun going through. General taking some damage. Pasha to follow. They have the silence onto these heroes. Do VP want to stick around? Navi was able to force them back.
You're kind of low on mana, but if Navi pursuit, then they can easily turn this fight around.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 30 minutes in, it's a 17,000 net worth lead for VP.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stop here either. I think, like, once everyone heals up and Ramsey picks up his butterfly.
No one? Manta trying to get away. Stun. It connects onto one. Can they find any more, though? This is a decent way to start this fight. Arrow able to barely dodge that one by Roger.
Yeah, they just need to get out. They need to make sure to wait for Ramses, because Ramses just committed the TP. Uh-oh, solo.
Force staffed away. It's a long duration silence. They haven't quite caught up to him, but they should be able to here. Silence is there. And he's gone. But while this is happening, Ramsey's getting into position to take these barracks, and he will take it very rapidly.
He is just in their base right now.
Look at this. This tower is gone.
Oh my goodness. Navi.
All right. Yeah, this is a problem.
Oh, they're busy fighting right now.
This is a problem, guys. Guys, Ramses, he hits pretty hard. Oh, God. Crystallized did find the kill onto no one, but they lost a whole lane of barracks.
He just finished his butterfly. He's already got 3,500 gold.
Yeah, he is quite the hero. I mean, they got two, but it came at the cost of a lane of racks.
And they still have Aegis, so
yeah.
Once no one is back up, it's just go time once again. He's 3,500 gold. He can still sell his Ring of Aquila as well, so we're looking at another item very shortly. I'm gonna have to assume that Scotty is going to be the next item. I don't even think he's gonna go for the BKB anymore. Oh, and this is the perfect time as well. Double damage. He's gonna wait for it. No, he's just gonna take it. Oh, he's gonna farm with it then.
Okay. I mean, no one's still a little ways away. BKB.
He buys the BKB. Okay, he's gonna buy BKB.
It's probably safer play. He also went to 10 to all stats. Do they actually try and do anything with the DD rune? You can tell he wants to. They're just like, I want to go in. He has the Aegis. Let the guy have some fun. Hitting for 500 damage a glaive. Show me what you got. Pops a Mask of Madness. He's trying to. Oh, and God, look Roger. At the damage under all of them. Oh, Navi. They are not able to stand up to this. Geez. The DD does wear off. But the tower is down to about a third HP as Ramses daring anybody to come at him. And, well, he ends up burning through the Aegis. The tower is down.
He's got
now
the
time to go
now.
again. Is this going to end up working? Pops the BKB, just dealing all the damage in the world. Look at them all fall. The glaives, they never stood a chance. All right, well, that's one down. Can they find another barracks? Can they find the game? Sonic Wave is there. They swap back in Ramses. If they can find this kill, it would be tremendous. But it's not going to happen. 4 are dead. They have a buyback onto Crystallize, but it was never going to be enough. These barracks are falling, and GG is called. Ramses is a monster and a half. That guy certainly got his 10K for a reason.
God, this Luna did so much work this game. Still, that was a really good fight from Navi in the early game. They were down pretty much the entire time, but they still managed to take some great team fights here and there. But at the end of the day, this Luna just too much for them to deal with. It's like no one played such an insane game, but
yeah,
it's like so hard to see his late game impact when you just look at how insane Ramses Luna was.
Well, in a way, you see his early game impact by how insane Ramses was, because they just never allowed Dendi to get off the ground at all. He started 0-4. No one solo. I still can't get over, like, I have seen so many of these matchups where Mirana just gets destroyed by a Queen of Pain, because you can just dagger him over and over and over again. You can't leap away, no disjoint there. And so for Mirana to be able to solo kill a Queen of Pain who had a Drow Ranger aura, no one is just a player, man. He is so good.
That guy is, I mean, insane. You look at the some of the interviews. Like, I don't remember if you remember that Matumba Man interview where they were talking about how the team was like, oh man, we got to play VP again. He's like, Miracle would be asking Matumba Man, please, Matumba Man, you play mid, I play carry. I don't want to lane against him.
Well, we'll have to see what happens in game number 3. But we have a series that's 1-1, 1 game apiece. thoughts going into the next one? Do we see something completely different?
Since Navi ended up losing with their same opening, I think they might be making some adjustments there. As far as that goes, I don't really know too much. Virtus Pro are just going to be doing their same thing. I think they're just going to play very aggressively, but with different heroes, so that they kind of throw Navi off guard.
Okay.
If anything, Navi might want to look to protect Neddy a bit more, although it's a little hard to say because they couldn't protect anyone at all.
Right.
Like every lane was so pressured this game, so maybe looking a little more towards just having a more solid laning phase.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens if they're able to solve their early game woes, if they can protect Dendy a little bit more, and we'll be back in a little bit. Game number 3, right around the corner, of course, is a best of 5, so it's not a decider, but it does decide a few things as we're getting closer and closer to the end to figure out who it is that's going to be going to LA. The Summit 8 CIS qualifiers continuing right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Summit 8 Qualifiers. The CIS region Grand Finals winner is going to be going to LA, and loser, unfortunately, is going to be having to go home. Actually, they're already home, so they're just going to have to go into the kitchen and cry because they aren't going to qualify for the Summit 8. But anyways, I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Aosin. Sir, it's a Winter Wyvern opening for Navi. They want to switch things up a little bit. What do you think?
Honestly, at this point, I feel like if you don't ban out Tiny, you should probably pick it up. I wouldn't be surprised if VP were to first phase this Tiny again.
It could be scary. I mean, Tiny Ogre, I guess the plus side is that if you do take Tiny here, there's also Beastmaster. So it's a question, like, do you want to run Beastmaster? Do you want to run Tiny? Probably the two better heroes that I feel like are left in the pool, but likewise... Well, Virtus Pro is going to do something different. They're taking a Spirit Breaker. They could still take either one, but it was the other day where Virtus Pro ran a Tiny against a Beastmaster, and actually, they're not taking either. They're like, screw it. We're getting Spirit Breaker Venge. Why not? We're crazy. We're Virtus Pro.
All right, I like it. I mean, the thing is, you can only pick up one of the heroes here, right?
Yeah.
And they might not even consider the Tiny right now because, or the Beastmaster because it's Winter Wyvern, right? If you were to jump anyone, Cold Embrace going to be very effective there, so just opting to ignore it altogether. Going back for the Enchantress as well, both teams not really caring about Tiny or the Beastmaster.
You know, this is kind of interesting to me because I think it's emblematic of the fact that these teams probably scrim against each other a lot. If I had to guess, I don't know that for sure, but I would imagine that Navi and Virtus Pro scrim against each other a fair amount. And there's probably some inner workings that we're not super aware of that's happening in this.
Yeah, the thing is, like, while those heroes are really good, like, why picking Beastmaster into Wyvern is always a big risk.
Yeah.
And Beastmaster against Venge also kind of risky, right? If someone gets roared, you can just swap them out. So both sides already having a great answer for the Beastmaster. Tiny, not so much, but I guess neither team really feels like it's what they're looking for at the moment. So we'll see how this draft pans out. Still, you know, none of these heroes being banned out. So they do ban out the Beastmaster now.
Yeah.
But Tiny's still in the pool.
Scary stuff. Big bad Tony. He could make some trouble for the enemy team. Like you said, there are some like answers, I guess, that they have. I don't know. I just feel like Ramses has played two farming-oriented heroes. Anti-Mage couldn't fight. Doesn't really make sense. Luna could fight. If he gets a Tiny, I don't know. I mean, no one played it really well as well out of the mid lane, so either one could really work well. But I'm sure that Navi have a plan for it. Likewise, I'm sure that Virtus Pro have a plan for it because they didn't ban it out.
Well, we'll see. The crazy thing about Tiny is, like, a lot of people thought he was really weak because he had 0 armor. But I think something that was extremely undervalued is his status resistance. Like that his status resistance is just ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
So if you can itemize, you know, early on for some armor to cover up his weaknesses, it's so hard to keep him pinned down. It's actually impossible to keep him pinned down. One of my friends told me that he watched a Doom a Tiny in the late game.
Okay.
And do you know how long the Doom lasted?
How long?
It lasted 6 seconds.
How long does Doom normally last?
I believe it's like 7. I want to say 17. There you go. Double check.
Well, let's find out
16.
because we might see it.
It's a 16-second duration. Okay, it lasted 6 seconds on the new Tiny.
That's pretty crazy. And I guess it's a hero you really do need to lock down.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
Tiny is like so susceptible to being disabled, right? You're kind of forced to buy a BKB in the later stages of the game. But if you just buy armor now, you're much more tanky. And if they try to disable you, then you just shrug it off.
Yeah.
Like, this is his new craggy armor. It's not a stun for you, but he doesn't care about your stuns.
That's kind of a cool concept for a hero. You just build him so he can survive, and then he's naturally going to be able to get to a position where you can hit him. I guess the thing you'd have to go for is things like a Winter Wyvern, where if you Winter's Curse like an ally with him near it, now he'd kill him too quickly anyways. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I don't know how you deal with them, but right now, apparently they're not too concerned about it. They take a Doom for Virtus Pro.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
And it's going to be a Slardar taken as well. Kind of a cool little interaction there. There's not often many ways that you can influence a Wyvern's Winter Curse, but if you just Corrosive Haze the person that's being cursed, it amps up that damage.
Yeah, really good for the Doom as well. Doom always suffering with armor issues. Virtus Pro actually ran carry Doom the other day, so we might see a carry Doom as well. It's also something that might happen. So we'll see. Right now is looking to shape up that way. I feel like it's going to be a solo Vengeful Spirit and then the Lil Spirit Breaker. Both of these guys very familiar with these heroes.
So we haven't seen a ton of Slardar recently. I think he's been making a little bit of a comeback because of that sprint talent and the way that that works. Not a talent, just the new way that sprint works. But we've also seen some offlane Wyvern. So we've seen offlane Wyvern, we've seen some of support Slardar, we've seen some of Enchantress as a core position. Is it just like they can do whatever they want, or do you think there's specific roles? Like, is this going to be a general Enchantress again?
I feel like the reason why these heroes are really good is because of that versatility, right? You have things in mind, but you don't have to commit to them based on as the draft progresses. So, you know, now they see the Disruptor, so they know, okay, this is gonna most likely going to be a core Venge now instead of the support Venge. So this is probably going to be Solo's hero, the Disruptor. This offlane just got a lot more difficult for the Enchantress, if it is going to be Enchantress.
Okay.
But I'd say better for an offlane Wyvern now. So we'll see how they change up their laning based on these picks. Okay,
I can dig it. Well, I'm very interested to see the way that Navi want to play this. Also, seeing what Dendy's hero is going to be. Both a Storm Spirit and a Queen of Pain don't really like to face off against Disruptor, and that's what they got on Virtus Pro. It's the classic, if there's ever been one.
These heroes are super scary for those types of heroes. You don't want to fight into these heroes with a hero like Storm, for example.
Well, Medusa is going to be the choice. This was Crystallized playing it earlier. I wouldn't mind seeing Dendy on it, honestly. Feels like it could be an okay time for it. That style of mid lane hero where you just sort of don't care about all the disable.
Yeah, not a bad one. They don't have the Venge pairing with it this time, so the damage might be a little less, but still, I definitely like the pick here. I don't think they might be considering that VP might go back to the anti-mage, but I feel like anti-mage are just gonna, or sorry, Virtus Pro are not gonna go the anti-mage route. Probably gonna pick up something else a little more aggressive instead of sitting back and farming.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, and we have already seen the Ramses Doom before. It's something that he's played the other day. I think that they won that game as well, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to ban out the OD. More concerned about that. Anything that signals that they might want to go for.
They could go back to the Drow, but it's very risky in my opinion.
Yeah, they have,
especially against Spirit Breaker Doom.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That one would be spooky, for sure. So 5th pick, Navi looking for either a Crystallized or a Dendy hero. Dragon Knight has been around a decent amount. What do they need? Like, they already kind of have building hitters. It's more like team fight.
I think more team fight. Yeah, I feel like they're kind of lacking in terms of AOE right now. It's okay, but it's not, the best. Maybe just a way to burst someone down. That's kind of what they're missing right now. Just the burst damage.
All right. Well, and they're gonna go for the Quap. That fills and checks the box. But we've already talked about how scary that is into a Doom and Disruptor.
I feel like VP can actually play Storm here then.
Okay.
I think Storm is pretty good here, as long as they are able to protect them. It's not the best lane against the Queen of Pain, as well as a Wyvern or a Slardar support or an Enchantress support. But
oh god, they did it. Well, there aren't that many heroes that deal with this well. It's going to be a Ramses brood. Oh, man. What is that Doom set? Pasha, what are you doing? The hell?
Oh, I remember this set.
God, Doom has so many different sets.
Look at that thing. It's like it looks like a mahjong tile on his head.
This one's from the Warhammer chest, I believe.
Okay. Well, Broodmother last pick. How good is it this game?
Well, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think like it's the same story with a lot of Broodmothers. You know, it's on paper it's really good. It's just whether or not you have the tools to deal with them in the later stages of the game. Because right now, from what it looks like, the early stages of the game, they don't really have a great answer for it. I think they're trying to pair them up against the Medusa, because I think Medusa is actually going to have quite a bit of issue with the Broodmother. And then they just lane the... Do they lane the Doom against the Enchantress? Maybe it's the other way around. But we'll see how they decide to go against it. I don't think the lane is like that great for the Broodmother either way, whether you're against the Medusa or the Enchantress.
Yeah. Well, we'll see as the game is going to get started underway. Game number 3. We're at least going to have one more afterwards between Navi and Virtus Pro. And it's been a pretty good series so far. One game apiece. I don't think... When I was coming into this, I was expecting to like be ready for a 3-0. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a 3-0. But Navi's showing that they're a lot better than I think people would give them credit for. They've had some cool drafts, some interesting ideas, and they've been playing well.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of the team fights they've been taking too are very well executed. I think they are definitely growing as a team, and they're only going to get better throughout the season.
Is it just me, or does this look like a mahjong tile on Doom's head?
No.
No? Am I crazy?
Yeah, you're crazy.
All right. I don't play that game very well. I'm pretty terrible at it.
I mean, it's just a little box, a rectangular box. Does that look like a rectangular box to you?
A little bit. I don't know. It's a little bit.
30 seconds to battle.
All right. Crystallize is down bottom. Looks like he's going to get aggro laned, maybe? We've got no one that's down here, along with Lil. I guess that they could do like a Pasha Lil lane if they wanted. Ramses.
I think no one's actually going to be down here. I think they want to put the Vengeful Spirit against the Medusa, and then the Doom against the. No, it looks like Ramses is going to be safe laning.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
maybe they do want to put the Brood against the Enchantress. I don't know how good that matchup is, but I would have to assume that it's okay for both sides.
Yeah. Ramses with the 272 movement speed is going to miss his block. Unsurprising. He gets that bonus 2 movement speed because he's an agi hero. Oh my goodness. What a hero. But mid lane, looking like Solo is going to face off against Snako. They've got no one-on-one against Dendi in the mid lane. It's Vengeful Spirit versus Quap, and I mean, right now they're already able to kind of zone Ramses out of this lane. And he's stuck in the tree. It's not good. Get out of there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, this is not... As long as the Broodmother is able to get levels here, it's not too big of a deal, in my opinion.
Okay.
You just need to be able to get to about level 3 or so, and then you can, just get out of control, like a Broodmother normally does. The early laning is not, that significant. It's important, but it won't stop you from snowballing as a Broodmother.
Well, Crystallize dealing some damage to Lil here as well. Does have another snake if they want to use it, but gonna hang on to it for the moment. All in all, things feeling quite good for Navi. And I mean, yeah, Brood is getting levels here, but also kind of, giving a lot to General. Is that concerning at all to you?
I think Ramses will be able to catch up. It's starting to look kind of like awful though.
Yeah, man, this is rough.
Yeah, because he's got so little regen. That's the big issue right now. Like, that's his last tango. He's only got a clarity now and still eating a ton of harass.
Solo there tried to catch Dendi as he was blinking away, but the glimpse did not work out, and now Quap is going to regen back up to full HP. He does get the salve canceled. A nice wave of terror usage there. And in the meantime, Lil getting a couple of little bashes here. Could maybe look for a bit more, but now Roger, he's going to TP in, help out against Seneko, and, well, he does have a charge still. This could be a kill. Are they able to get it? They do find the kill. First blood going the way of Lil. Good recognition there. And oh my god, Pasha had the ice armor. That's going to keep alive Lil as well.
That's a pretty big kill for Lil right now. We're picking up his boots. I would have to assume he's going to start pressuring other lanes now too.
Yeah.
I think Doom is.
Oh, Roger.
Gonna be,
Roger's going deep. Roger, make it happen. Your hopes and dreams. It's
going.
He got the kill. All right, that's worth.
Oh, that's got to be so frustrating. It also slows down Lil too. He charged and then he died. Now he has to wait again.
Oh. All right. Well, top lane's starting to look a little bit better. 12-3 or 12-1 for the Brood versus 17-1 General. General's going to have another creep wave coming under here, so that's going to be a little bit better, but you can see that things starting to look a little bit better for the Brood.
Charge coming in, but not going to connect. Yeah.
He cancels.
Oh, nice little play here. Lil actually picked up the Soul Ring for Ramsey, so this actually is very, very important. Ramsey was going to have such a hard time if he didn't have his Soul Ring. I was wondering where his gold went.
Oh. Lil cosplaying as a courier. Tries to run at Lil, is going to be able to force him away from one of the runes. Solo in the meantime coming to try and contest with Roger as well. Looks like Roger is going to move over. Gets the crush in the middle of the charge. Sick play there, Roger.
Let's see if Lil can get some revenge here. Nope, no bash.
Oh, Ramsey's taking some more damage up there as well. Yeah, they're not going to find that. Roger's just running away from him. He doesn't give a damn. Solo not able to get the glimpse back as Dendi living, but the charge, it's there. They got him. The crush. Dendi doesn't have blink again. Gets the scream. Is he going to be able to find the kill? Lil, he's caught and not going to be able to find the bash. Dendi living. The Orb of Venom tick, not enough either.
That was quite the gamble from Lil.
Oh. Raindrops save lives. And he lived through it. Thunderstrike not enough there.
I actually think it's actually not a bad play from him still.
Yeah.
Like, you give up a bit of gold and a bit of EXP, but like Dendi is just slowed down so dramatically. Like, he's finally making it back to the mid lane now.
Pasha? Taking a lot of damage there. They are going to have another Mystic Snake in the second, but Pasha's living enough through that it's not too much of a concern. And Crystallize still farming under the tower. So by and large, things looking relatively even for Navi. But we have still seen time and again Broodmothers take over these types of games. Do you feel like this is going to be one of those games? How good of a start was this for Ramses?
I think it's a little too early to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the CS right now, he's still behind General, right? So it's not exactly the Broodmother start you would hope for. A lot of this, I feel like a lot of games where we've seen Broodmother really skyrocket, they... Uh-oh, top lane.
Yeah, they got him.
Ramsey's in a bit of trouble. He's just going to TP out. Yeah, he's going to be fine.
No points in bash. And instead, it's going to be Solo who finds the kill onto Dendi. They finally were able to punish with a little bit of a charge in coming from Lil. So good TP out by Pasha. Dendi not able to make his escape. Whenever we watch these games, there's just so much action all around the map.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of these teams are pretty aggressive players, or pretty aggressive teams. So when they clash, they clash. Oh, no one picks up double damage and just misses Roger.
What can they do with this?
Switching lanes right now. Oh, he's just gonna go Shrine, I think.
Feels like a kind of an odd Shrine choice, but.
A lot of TP's bottom.
They want to battle. Pasha.
Pasha? A lot of trouble. I think he might be going down here.
Yeah, they commit pretty heavily for that one.
Wait. Ice armor?
There's no way. There's no way.
Oh!
There's no way.
Okay, no,
Seneko finds the finish. That was a lot of TPs, like you said, though, so not going to be able to have those available. And Dendi in the mid lane may be in some trouble. They have this other charge coming through onto him. glimpse levels, only level 2, and they'd already used. They can't do anything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think even if they can't get the kill, it's still
Structures are fortified.
slowing down Dendi quite a significant amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a hard time just walking into the lane to harass. But the rest of the supports are coming in now. Lil gonna get caught out, but I think he'll be fine. He's just gonna charge the creep wave.
Ooh, not quite able to get the bash, or the crush rather. No one slowed down for the moment. Magic Missile comes out, able to turn it. But yeah, you talk about it. Dendi 13-5 versus the 36-18 of no one. Meanwhile, a charge up top. General not really going to take that much damage from this one, and kills a few spiders on his way out. Dendi doesn't feel like a core this game. He is the third from the bottom in terms of net worth.
Yeah, and while that's happening, I mean, this Doom is doing pretty good for himself. It's not just the Enchantress.
Yeah.
Crystallize does have to be a little careful. I think Doom can actually just run him over if he gets a little careless. Scorched Earth, Infernal Blade, Doom, I think it's enough damage to kill off this Medusa.
We had a little bit of a server issue there, as has been known to happen, and Navi's playing. But it's all good. We're back again. And Roger picks up an Arcane, picks up a Bounty. Ramses, see what they can do. They're trying to kill off the Siege Creep Catapult, and they will eventually get it. General still able to hold this lane against the Broodmother. This is not feeling terrible.
Yeah. Enchantress, it's like impossible to die to Broodmother as Enchantress because your untouchable levels, like look at these spiderlings, they can't even hit her.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm just waiting for that first big rotation that comes in from Queen of Pain where he like sonic waves the spiderlings. They diving for this? Roger. They do have
really
Doom.
tanky,
yeah, it's so hard to find that kill. They'll slow him down. They get the catch as well there. And, oh, Pasha, he can end up dying there. General, in the meantime, finds the kill into solo. Roger chasing for this one. They doom him. Can they get the deny? Oh, there's going to Cold Embrace. He's living. Slardar makes the escape. Okay, okay. Is he actually going to live through this? I think so.
Yeah. Doom doesn't do much damage.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
Solo
they
died
nerfed
top.
the crap out of that damage. Oh, bottom lane though. They're just gonna run at him right now. Lil hoping for bashes.
Oh, they get the glimpse
Oh,
back.
they get the glimpse. Yeah, he's dead.
Well,
very nicely done.
A good rotation, recognizing that nobody else could be there to help him out. The Winter Wyvern had already TP'd away. And VP find the punish. 4-4 so far, 10 minutes in. Everything even. But a Hand of Midas Enchantress, top net worth in the game. General is going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's pretty much going to be Navi's mid-game carry at this point.
Heads up play here as well to find Ramses in the jungle. They're going to find that kill. General picks it up. They also bring these spiders very low. One more crush and they might have been able to kill him off. But that is a big swing again into their favor, and all going towards General.
Well, you're asking about the Broodmother's early game and how well he's going to be able to take over this game. Right now, he's pretty much kept under the control. Still a lot of farm, but not the kind of farm that you would expect from a Broodmother just, you know, doing whatever she pleases. Broodmother's normally from the mid lane. If you have a good start, you're looking at like 6,000 net worth at this point. You know, you have the Medallion as well as a Desolator, for example.
Down bottom, Crystallize getting dove again. They do have 6 wand charges, but I think that Crystallize is just going to have to accept his fate. As he is dead, top lane, they're finding him. They've got the Corrosive Haze and Spiderlings trying to take down Seneko. It's not happening as of yet, and he's just going to be forced to TP away. So, Virtus Pro, charge to break it. Well played. Lil, is he going to end up going down as well? They've got the Corrosive Haze on him. Damage is there. They find the kill. General, what a player.
God, he does so much damage with this.
They keep on getting the Corrosive Haze.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Corrosive Haze. God, I still keep calling it Amplified Damage.
I think everybody does. It's always going to be in our heart, Amplified Damage. And it kind of doesn't even matter that Dendi's getting trashed in the mid lane.
Charge coming in mid. He's just going to back away. Or maybe they're actually going to go on this. Solo's level 6.
Oh, no.
They might actually go for this. Oh, he gets canceled.
All right. They don't want to go for it. I think that Roger might have broken a smoke or something. Oh, God. Roger, run away, little guy. The crush.
Oh, he's so
yeah,
dead.
that was never going to be enough.
It's a pretty big pickoff because Roger's actually level 7 right now. So they slow down his Blink Dagger, but they also help Lil finish his level 6. So Spirit Breaker going to be able to put a lot more pressure on the map now.
So I've always felt like Brood is sort of balanced around getting a really good start, and like if you don't get off to a good start, it's hugely detrimental. I don't know if you agree with that. Do you feel like they can go into the lane with the Broodmother that's just on parity with the Medusa? As mid lane Static Storm is used, they swap back in solo. He is going to die, so no one leaving his buddy to the wolves, and now Roger is chasing. Do have a magic missile, but can they get away?
Oh,
he's so freaking fast inside the river. The crush is going to connect. They pop the drums, chasing and body blocking. No one in trouble. They even throw out the Sonic Wave, Winter's Curse, every damn thing. And they give the kill to Dendy. Oh my God, is he gonna die to the illusion?
Wait.
Oh, they got the vision. Oh, they cancel it.
Okay, he cancels.
And
A
now
little too risky. They're gonna head to the shrine. Yeah, everyone value shrine here.
But yeah, how is it a worry that Ramsey's just sort of equal with the Medusa right now, or no?
You need to give him a couple more minutes. I think you'll be able to tell once the game progresses a little more.
Okay.
He's gonna finish his Radiance like pretty soon, and however effective that's going to be kind of determines how that is gonna go.
All right.
Obviously, if you had a great laning phase, it's a lot more obvious. But oh man, Solo dying again.
It's killed the Alpha Wolf. A little bit of help in general. Good amount of damage. They tried to glimpse him away, but it was just too much from the Alpha Wolf there. And well, a charge down bottom. What can they do against Roger? Look at this guy. He's so fast. Crush, not going to be there. But Roger's still able to... Well, he goes to get the haste rune. It's going to get given over to General instead.
Haste.
God, General is so farmed right now.
Yeah.
Pasha might be in a bit of trouble here.
He might be. Oh, man, the damage. Spooky, spooky stuff. And the impetus is there as well. The enchant for the slow. They find the kill. Mega kill streak for General. Have you ever seen an Enchantress that is this hard to deal with this early in the game? God damn.
I think this is like one of the best Enchantress starts I've seen in a while.
They need him to be.
Well, Ramses, he's got enough of the relic now. Just needs a recipe.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
They TP in, find Solo.
Alright, he's got it.
Yep. And honestly, oh, if he's not careful, Winter's Curse onto Ramses. Go for it one time. Nah, he's not going to do it. It would have been brilliant. Oh! Roger just got a lot of gold.
He got so much gold that it was like glitched on my screen. It was like glitched on my screen and I couldn't even see the numbers.
And he's almost got a Blink Dagger here. Jump forward. General. I mean, this is the scary part about Enchantress, though, is he's 6-0-2. So if he does happen to go down, if they can find this kill, it could end up being disastrous. They get the pull back in with the glimpse, but he got his heal off. Is it going to be enough? I don't know. They have everything in the world, but it's not going to be able to keep him alive. Now, can they find any return kills here? Pasha gets the ice armor off. Still trying to live through this. They're looking for the chase. Dendy, Sonic Wave, not enough to kill off Pasha alive, just barely. The regen is there. Roger gets off another corrosive haze, but that's 2 down. And a huge win for VP.
Yeah, and then we're going to see a very value shrine here. Do they have a smoke? They do have a smoke, so once the corrosive haze runs out, I think we're going to see some more aggressive movement from VP.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Fight recap showing it was a 1,200 gold swing. And they need something. They need a way to turn this back around. Yeah, God, General just gives away so much gold, though, when he dies.
Where's the smoke at? Do they want to go with Ramses? Oh, does Ramses have his... No, he doesn't. He's very close to it, though. Oh, they want his Radiance. Then they're gonna smoke.
Okay.
I see.
Makes sense. Oh, they're gonna go beforehand. So
no, because he's gonna buy it from the secret shop.
Okay.
Okay, no, they just want to do Roshan. Okay.
The rest of Navi not in a position to come and
God,
contest
look how much
this.
damage they do.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Roshan's dead already.
Well, they ping out that they could be in the area, but Roche goes down, giving the Aegis over to no one. And Virtus Pro now in a position to try and make something else happen. They look like they want to fight mid. They've got 2 wards in a really good position here. Navi fully revealed. Seneco's trying to hold this in the mid lane. They're hiding away from where the wards are. Is Virtus Pro going to move forward? No one again taking a lot of damage. Pasha's forward as well.
But while this is happening, Ramsey is going to farm up the jungle and then head back into the lane. He's constantly putting pressure onto this top lane. He's got 4 webs left. Oh, they're going to steal this stack?
Yeah.
Oh, the stack's being stolen. This definitely hurts Crystallize.
General just spotted Ramses, though, so they should realize that that's happening now. And yeah, Crystallize, he's going to move into this. So they saw that Ramses had the debuff on him. And now Crystallize is going to be able to take the stack back for himself. And we're still at fairly even point in this game. Broodmother did just get the experience per minute talent. So wants to try and accelerate that lead, but it does mean that it's going to be missing out on the CDR. Static Storm used in the mid lane doesn't connect onto Roger. So he's a liver.
I'm actually kind of surprised he went for the EXP talent.
That's a different one, huh?
Yeah, I feel like Broodmothers level so quickly anyways because of their ability to farm so fast. That the CDR is just going to... It's in a way, it's kind of like a... It's kind of like a experience.
Oh no.
Talent.
Pasha? Ah, they had Blink Crush, but instead
Roger?
they're going to go over onto Roger. Trying to take down Ramses instead. The turnaround, Winter's Curse, it's on to 1. Trying to TP away. Seneko is going to be destroyed. And now Roger also in trouble, trying to TP out of there. They swap to get into range for the Magic Missile. And they find the kill onto 2. That could have gone so much better, but unfortunately it's a little bit of change of priorities there.
Oh, General in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get doomed. See if they can kill him. Yeah, they're definitely going to kill him. He doesn't.
All right, yeah, this is falling apart now.
All right, here we go. The slowest Infernal Blade. They don't get it.
Yeah,
but he's going to die anyways.
He had a creep there. He could have denied himself. That would have been nifty. But not going to happen. And that feels like a really big backbreaker. Like, Aegis is there. They miss out on a gank. People aren't farming as much around the map. They find the kill on the highest net worth here in the game.
Oh, charge coming through. They have vision for a glimpse. Are they going to glimpse anyone?
Yep,
here we go.
Back
Dendy
in
is now
Dendy.
glimpsed.
They push him out. He is in
what a
trouble.
play.
And going from bad to worse to terrible. Roger tried to get into position there with the Blink stun, but the Static Storm was there. And now the Cold Embrace in the middle of his stun. It's not working out. They're going to find a double kill for no one. Navi falling apart 20 minutes into this game. And it was looking so good for them.
Oh man, you can definitely see the reasons why heroes like Storm and Queen of Pain were just so risky against heroes like this. Disruptor, Spirit Breaker, Venge. There's just so many, not to mention a Doom. Like all of these heroes just completely counter out these mobility heroes.
Yeah.
And it's just with the start that he had, he's just so vulnerable to these types of ganks.
Seneko. He's gonna Winter's Curse Disruptor there, solo.
Oh, top lane? Ramses? Oh, he's a little cautious.
Yeah. Solo's making a lot of trouble for him. It took him probably a little bit longer than they would have wanted. But still, 12 to 14 at 4,000 net worth lead. But the past couple of minutes have felt all VP. And you talked about it. After you get that Aegis, after you get to that first Roshan, Ramses is starting to feel like the hero that we've all seen Broodmother be before.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not just him. No one is pretty much on par with a Broodmother's farm.
Yeah.
Like how insane is that? That's an insane amount of farm for a Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah. He is very much so a monster. -1 Wave of Armor Terror, or Wave of Terror Armor, and then 15 Agility. The other thing to keep in mind here is that we did get the Nature's Attendants
top lane?
for General. So he has an extra 8 of those. So 80 extra heal per second. They're going to try and bring him down. They pull him back into 1. General TPing out. Didn't cast his heal. He's in trouble. He's going down.
Yeah, Seneko also goes down trying to help out General. And, well, the army of VP are now hitting the tier 2. I'm pretty certain they're probably going to go high ground with this. Forced out buybacks. I don't think they'll get racks out of this, but they'll most likely force buybacks.
They do have Winter's Curse. It would be a big one if they could find one of these guys. But with the buyback from the Wyvern, that's enough to force VP back. Still 2.5 minutes before Roche is able to respawn. So what's the end game goal here for Navi? How do they win this game? Because it feels like Virtus Pro in a position just to snowball this.
I think for starters, you want to find yourself in a position where you can kill Doom off with Winter's Curse. I think that's like the best start you can ask for. And then after that, I mean, it's entirely up to your Medusa and your Queen of Pain to kind of just, or sorry, and as well as the Enchantress to just keep up their farm, and then kind of carry you through the rest of the team fight if you can just solve that issue of Doom.
Yeah.
Right before the fight begins.
Well, we did see the Spirit Breaker go down there. A nice little pickup. No one also finishing off the Diffusal Blade, so a little bit of a different look, but I like it. It's got the BKB
actually,
almost done.
Alternatively, I think if you kill off the Disruptor first is also a very viable option. Oh, Disruptor in a bit of trouble. Oh. Not gonna get caught. I think they're gonna defend this mid, right?
Looks like they're not willing to.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, blink. Static Storm, it's already down onto 1. They crushed, they found no one. Not a bad start to this one. Can they get the kill, though? Can they finish him off? They're able to glimpse away. No one gets tore up, but while this is all happening, there's some ratting going on off to the side here. Broodmother getting eaten up by her own little babies. Solo is going to go down. Can they get everybody else back in time to take down Ramses? They take the tier 3 tower, but that's going to be the extent of it. And looking for more. Can they catch him? Trying to get the crush. It's there. The Ramses! The Armlet! Oh, excuse me, not Armlet. Manta style dodge. Ramses, what a player. Just eats up Roger.
What an incredible play. Not only does he avoid dying, he also gets a kill in return. And he just walks it off.
I was flabbergasted there.
So I think like that wasn't the greatest of trades for Virtus Pro. They do end up getting to tier 3, which makes up for it. But to make it even better, you know, Ramsey gets away and kills off the Slardar. Still very surprising to see VP going for a play like that. I feel like they're in this position where they don't actually have to give up anything. But at the same time, I feel like they probably have a very good understanding of where they can go with this, like, tier 3, taking down this tier 3. They're probably going to aim for the shrines, and then once they feel like they're strong enough, it's going to be a very easy route to the first lane of Rax.
Okay. I mean, there's still ways for Navi certainly to take the fight, like we've talked about a bunch, finding the Disruptor, making sure Doom doesn't get off onto one of those core targets, but likewise, Winter's Curse, against so much right-click physical damage, it's quite an effective spell.
Yeah, no one has a BKB now as well. Gonna be a lot tankier. Pasha is buffing him up, giving him the Solar Crest as well as the Frost Armor. He's also got a Heaven's Halberd now, so this is actually a very big pickup. It's kind of, yeah, this item can either render the Enchantress useless for a couple of seconds or the Medusa useless. Medusa does have the Linking Sphere now, so you could aim for someone else, and I think Enchantress is a perfectly fine target.
Well, tier 2 tower getting ready to be assaulted maybe, or just moving through the jungle, seeing if they can find anybody. Roshan is back up, so it might be time for VP to go in there and try and secure this one. They all head in. Now, do the Radiant have an idea? Can they even contest? That's the other question.
Oh god, of course you can. Look at how much minus armor they have. It's a Wave of Terror, Medallion, Solar Crest.
They're even having this Vengeful Spirit Illusion on patrol commands, so that way it breaks, or they would run into it if they smoke out. Like, dotting their I's, crossing their T's. They know what they need to do.
All right, let's see where they go with this Aegis and Cheese. First thing is going to be the shrines.
Top shrine is under
Just going to leave the spiders to do the job.
Well, General Force staff away. Solo's still looking for an opening here.
Radiant's top
Crystallized
shrine
did get that
is
800 mana talent, so much tankier than he was previously. Also, he's about on parity with farm for the Vengeful Spirit. Just gonna walk back and away. The rest of the team still pretty
Radiant's
far
middle
away from
tower
everybody
is under
else.
attack.
Dendi almost at that level 3 ultimate. The charge is gonna go down bottom onto Roger. And with the TP in, he's gonna TP
Oh,
away.
he's going to get glimpsed.
Tower has fallen.
Poor Roger. Well,
And he has no buyback. This is actually a really big pickup because he's such an important part of their initiation or counter initiation. This
Well,
is
Navi might need
VP's
to
moment
find something
take
right
the first
now.
round.
Like
The
maybe,
first round.
maybe if they can take a fight before everybody gets here. It's too small of a window. They can't make it happen. All right, scary stuff. How do you hold this?
You got to pick one lane to defend. Right now, they're going to split up. Ramsey's going to go for the top lane, and the rest of them probably for the mid lane.
Okay.
No one's going to head back for the double damage first, it seems. Looks like they don't feel like it's safe to push just yet. Gonna wait for... Probably gonna wait for Ramses to finish his AC, which he does have right now.
Yeah.
He's also very close to his level 25.
Oh. And of course, the insatiable hunger damage is... I feel like this talent is sort of pretty underrated how ridiculously good it is. Because it's not just the damage, it's also the lifesteal, so... Crazy amounts of lifesteal. They're going to walk forward, do a lot of damage to those spiders. Oh, more gold going their way. But they need a lot more than that. It's an 8,000 gold lead right now. Buyback status. Got it on 3 of the heroes. All of the cores from Navi. But Virtus Pro just going to keep them contained in their base and try and keep building up this net worth lead. Another Lincoln Sphere there for Enchantress. So they have 2 Lincolns now to deal with the halberds coming through.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Smoke. Oh, a pick onto Ramses would be big. But they're going into the other jungle. This is actually even better.
This is the risk you have to run, because if this fight breaks out, then Ramsey's most likely going to go for the top racks as well as the mid racks.
Oh, they found Pasha. They found no one. Winter's Curse still available if they want to use it. It's a Cold Embrace first. Pasha ends up dying. No one also in trouble. He swaps away, able to live.
Radiant structure.
Not bad. While they're still doing this, there's the barracks going down the other side. They're chasing down Lil, seeing if they can find the kill. Can they get him? They are going to be able to find the crush. That's the finish. Inside the base, Ramses. He did some damage. They're going to get the Yule Scepter lift up. Still not level 25 yet. They get the ranged barracks, but small price to pay because Solo's going to go down as well. That's 3 kills. Navi fighting back in this one.
That was actually a great defense from Navi. I was just talking about how Ramsey is going to walk in if they decide to take an engagement there, but only losing a range for Axe, you're definitely going to be okay with that. Still something to keep in mind, there is a cheese on the Broodmother as well as the Aegis on on the bench, so gonna have to wait and see if they decide to make a play with that.
Ramses, they know he's in the area here, but they can't quite find him. Really sick plays by Ramses.
He just turns off his Radiance, he's fine.
Oh, they run into him now. They found him. Ramses, can they kill him? That's the other question. Crystallize is there, dealing the damage to Dendi. He does have a Yule Scepter. The blink away, pops the
They
BKB.
can't kill him, he's so strong.
That blade mail, not enough.
The thing is too, they know he has a cheese, so
Yeah.
it's just a little too much for him to handle.
All right.
And yeah, that 25 is now online. 215 bonus damage and 215 light steal.
What a hero. And even the blade mail isn't really going to be doing that much because Broodmother has 38 armor right now. So
Well, the thing is, you just lifesteal everything anyway.
Yeah.
You probably lifesteal more than the return is on you, so you don't really care about that.
that's a tough one. VP moving down bottom, a 7,000 net worth lead. Do you feel like Navi are starting to pull their way back into this game, or is it still just so heavily VP favored?
I don't think it's actually that VP favored.
Okay.
Like, VP are definitely in a position to win this game, but Navi definitely have the tools to, you know, make a comeback happen. I think Winter Wyvern, Winter's Curse can pretty much immediately eliminate a hero if it's like right next to either the Venge or the Broodmother.
Right.
So VP are gonna have to pay attention to their positioning, make sure that Winter's Curse isn't gonna come through. But not only that, I think Stone Gaze is a very powerful team fight tool. Like once you use it, VP are gonna have to like reposition themselves, and that's kind of like your window of opportunity. Roger, if he gets caught out here, this is really bad.
Cold Embrace, the turnaround though, they got it. Static Storm is down onto one. Lil is gonna drop. Can they find any more? The Stone Gaze is doing a lot of work. Ramses is trying to stay onto any one of these targets, but they've got him cornered. The Life Steal, look at how much damage he does. They do have the Doom, it's onto Medusa, but is it gonna be enough? I don't know. They got the Cold Embrace, keeping him alive. No one there trying to deal the damage. They're draining all the mana in the world, and he is eventually going to fall. Now they need to get out. They need to escape from here. I don't know if it's going to end up happening, though. They break the Lincolns. They turn onto General. They take him down as well. 3 fall, and it's only for the Spirit Breaker.
I was wondering when Ramsey uses the cheese, but he gave it to no one instead, and God, that was actually so scary for Ramses, but he managed to get in a couple of right clicks, and like you saw, it just felt like he had it Satanic on.
Yeah.
Leeching almost all of his life back.
They did buy back again here, and Pasha gonna pay the price of it. They lift up another. There's gonna be the glimpse back. Crystallize still trying to chase here. Insatiable Hunger is back up. Ramses deals a hell of a lot of damage. Can they take him down? They want to close them out so badly. You will Scepter back off cooldown very shortly. They're trying to chase, and they just don't have it. They ping out where they think he is, but another web is laid down.
Mana. I know, it's okay though. Looks like he's gonna make it out.
But meanwhile,
no one.
Now Roger shows up. Crush. Oh, great PKB. So VP, even when they get punched on the chin, they're able to get away and stay safe.
Still, despite all of that, Navi are still holding on to the racks. Didn't give anything up. Who ended up buying back? I think it was Medusa had to buy back.
Yeah, that one hurts.
So that one definitely hurts. But Medusa is still pretty strong right now. And, you know, he has Scotty.
Amp damage. Well, running away. They do have a Yule Scepter, able to get the lift up. Well played by Dendi. And this should be a kill. They're bringing in some more heroes, but it's not going to be enough quickly enough. And VP going to have to head away. All right. 7,000 net worth lead is all it is now. As Navi looking for another fight. Oh, if they could find this. It's 40 seconds with no Spirit Breaker. Can they do anything here?
I want to say VP can still fight, but I don't know if it's worth the risk. It's like pretty high chance of them losing the team fight without their Spirit Breaker.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Okay.
Ramsey's going to be going for Orchid now. Not sure if he's going to finish the Bloodthorn here.
Oh man, they should just keep one creep in here too. Roshan 17 seconds, but it's not going to be quick enough regardless. And Roger, you need to get the hell out of here, buddy.
One thing to point out is this Cold Embrace is just doing so much for Navi right now. Virtus Pro are actually having a lot of issues with it. So picking up this Orchid is actually pretty important, just because they can actually deal.
Oh, spiders! Spiders! Spooky spiders! Ramsey's running away. They do have a glimpse. Be careful, but they've already used it. Now they get the Cold Embrace. Or, excuse me, the Winter's Curse onto Ramsey's. Almost finding the kill. Can they do it? They have that catch as well as the Stone Gaze is out. VP, is this going to work for them? It's a lot of damage out. Dendi jumps away, but they get the glimpse. Pulling him back in. Dendi in trouble and is going to be controlled and most likely killed off. No way to stop that one. They swap back in another. That's a Winter Wyvern down. Buyback status. Queen of Pain has it, but no buyback for the Wyvern, and she is so important for these high ground defenses.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern is like super important. If your ulti isn't able to get the kill that you need in the early game or in the start of the fight, you have to disengage. And unfortunately for Navi, they weren't able to completely do so.
So
end up losing Dendy and the Wyvern.
So one thing I want to talk to you about real quickly. The Queen of Pain went for the 650 AoE Shadow Strike. How do you feel about that?
I've actually never seen it in use, but they did nerf the spell lifesteal quite a bit. Still, not like 30% spell lifesteal is nothing to scoff at, but maybe they decided to use it just because there's a Wyvern setup as well as like a little bit more AoE to deal with spiders, I guess.
Okay.
Ramses is shredding away the top racks. Go down.
Yep. Doom the Medusa. And that's a problem.
Oh, you got the pressure shard.
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, that's a barracks down. Quappa's back up now, but 2 lanes of barracks, not the worst thing in the world.
Well, the game just got that much harder for them right now. Still, the same idea needs to happen for Navi. They need to get a lot done with the Winter's Wyvern. It's going to help them set up kills as well as potentially eliminate a hero from the beginning of the fight. You need to get rid of the Doom. You need to get rid of the Disruptor. I think those are probably your 2 priorities right now, Disruptor and Doom.
Yeah. Oh man, look at this up top. All right, let's see it. That's not terrible. I know a lot of people trash this build, and people say that it's like one of the worst talents in the game, but that didn't look terrible.
No, I mean I kind of agree with you there. Like 30% lifesteal is almost always what you go for, but I mean he's just having so much trouble casting anything in these team fights, right? He's just getting completely stun locked or caught out by the Disruptor. Not to mention he doesn't have a BKB either.
Yeah. We also have the night vision talent for Roger, which is pretty nifty. You can see how good of a vision they're going to have now. 1,000 vision. Broodmother, Ramses. Can't see over trees like Night Stalker, though.
He's got that Bloodthorn now as well. I think he got burned by the Radiance.
Oh, do they open up onto him? They crush one, but Ramsey's coming in now. They need to be careful. Wyvern going for it. They end up being able to find the Winter's Curse. It's starting to bring them low, but it's not doing nearly enough damage. They do have the Stone Gaze. Is this going to be enough damage? No freaking way. Medusa down low. Crystallize is Cold Embrace, but I don't think they have nearly enough damage. Double kill for no one. Look at the ridiculous amount of damage, and GG's going to be called. They're done.
Ramsey's just taunted.
Well, game number 3 at an even 40 minutes goes the way of Virtus Pro, and it felt like it was going that way for a while. Was this just down to a Broodmother last pick? What was the biggest thing that ended up making the difference in this game?
Oh, I definitely think it's the Broodmother. The Broodmother was just doing so much damage at the end, in the late game, and they couldn't actually kill her.
Yeah.
And I will honestly, this game, my MVP is definitely Solo though. Solo has done so much this game to basically buy them the space they needed for Ramses to get online and constantly finding the pickoffs they needed to secure themselves Roshans in the late game. So Solo played a phenomenal disruptor this game.
Oh. All right, well, ladies and gents, game number 4 right around the corner. Virtus Pro 1 game away from punching their ticket to LA. Navi 1 game away from elimination. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a bit for game number 4 in just a few minutes.
Round one, fight! Round two. You win.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here taking a look at our, well, fourth game of the day. It's going to be Navi facing off against Virtus Pro yet again. The series is currently led by Virtus Pro up 2-1, and we're seeing a different draft this time around. Navi need to reach in their bag of tricks and pull something out. Steven, how you doing?
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, Steven, I know you're there. I know that you're there. Maybe I can't hear you or you can't hear me.
Sorry. No, we're good.
Wonderful.
I have my mic muted, and I thought I unmuted it, and the button seems to be jammed. But, you know, these things happen. I'm just kind of excited to see a Wisp.
Yeah, we haven't seen this guy around all that much, but it's a saving hero, and it got that change at level 15. You give an Aghanim Scepter over to your allies if you want to take that talent. I haven't actually seen it in use yet, though. There hasn't been a single game where I've seen a Wisp get to level 15. But Virtus Pro, they're going to go with this combo again, the Shadow Demon Kunkka. I don't know how much I like it. I feel like I've seen this lose more often than not.
It's like a classic combo, but yeah, I kind of agree with you. Sometimes it does feel a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, because right now Shadow Demon and Kunkka, in my opinion, stronger than a Wisp and Earth Spirit in terms of support.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I would agree. They have a lot more like team fight potential and everything else. The one downside is that when we saw it before, they ran it together with a void, and that felt like the way that Virtus Pro liked to play it. Again, I wasn't the biggest fan of it just because I felt like they ran into damage issues. And with an Iowa on the enemy team, it could be a bigger issue there where you have these heroes that are even more survivable than they would be otherwise. But I guess it's just like if there's a relocate gank, you can torrent on top of them, and it's hard to deal with that.
Pros turn to pick.
Yeah, not only that is also the boat too, but I'm just really curious to see how this Wisp is going to interact with some of the core heroes. I'm wondering what they're going to pick up for that Ags interaction if they do manage to get him to level 15. Because, like you said, it's a pretty crazy talent, but the problem is getting the Wisp to that level. His level 20 talent is actually a lot of fun too, but once again, same issue. Getting that Wisp to level 20, not an easy time.
Yeah, it's a big problem. The third pick now for Virtus Pro. Like I said, they have a lot of team fight. They could go back again for something like the Luna. It's obviously been banned out, but another similar type of hero that pairs well with illusion-oriented push. Medusa comes to mind. What else is there that's really effective? I mean, even like a Drow Ranger, but they probably don't want to take it that early. We'll see. I think it's a good ban, the Luna.
Yeah, they lost to it earlier on, so you might as well not run that risk. I don't think they have the time to kind of review what happened and formulate a strategy. Just play their own game. Get rid of Virtus Pro's game.
I speak for the tree.
Nature's Prophet. I definitely like this pickup. I was going to say they would definitely want to have some more follow-up for a Kunkka or Shadow Demon to find kills on their own.
Right. And that's what this offers. You find a Shadow Demon disruption into Torrent, and PTP's in. Easy peasy kill on most heroes. Puck is less susceptible to that than most, though, until you get something like an Orchid.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Nature's Prophet doesn't have to be the only one to follow up on a kill. There's still 2 more core positions that can make that happen. So we'll just have to see what Virtus Pro decide to go with. I definitely like it when they play like extremely aggressively, though, like they have been for the past 2 games so far.
Right.
The first game was kind of like a step away from what they usually play. I don't think Pasha offlane Tiny was as effective as it could have been, and Lil playing a hero like AA, for example, and then the anti-mage, it's not what they're looking for.
Yeah. It does seem like they've really righted the problems that they had in that first initial series that was, it went so badly for them. And now having won 2 games in a row, I feel like, your prediction of the 3-1 victory might end up coming true, as Virtus Pro 1 game away from being the team to go to the summit. PL! All right, let's crash the game, guys. Let's do it.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, there was a patch just now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they fixed it.
I think they fixed it in a patch, actually the night that it happened at like 10 p.m. Pacific time. Somebody from Valve got in their car and drove over and went over and fixed the servers, hit it with a wrench or something. That's how you fix servers, I'm sure. But it's a PL still, quite strong. We did also have that change with Storm Spirit. I was wondering if he was going to come out at all. But they're going to take a Sven.
Oh man, playing PL against a Sven is like the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, you can diffuse. Oh wait, no, you can't diffuse the Blade Warcry anymore. What am I saying? Yeah, that's even worse. Jeez. Oh, that really sucks.
It's gotten even worse. But I mean, the thing is, like, even before when you could purge the Sven, what ends up happening is like late game Sven has an AC and other stat items, whatever. You have about 20 to 30 something armor.
Okay.
And then when PL drains all your mana, like, he does 0 damage. He just tickles Sven. And Sven just hits him once and all your illusions are gone.
Yeah, this feels like a Razor game to me. I really, really like that pick for Navi. What do you think?
I think it's not bad, but it's definitely a little scary to run here because there's so many ways to help the Sven disengage. Like, there's a Kunkka, there's a Sprout, there's a Shadow Demon Disruption. There's just quite a few answers for it. I still definitely think it's a pretty solid pick here, though. Not gonna lie, especially with the Wisp.
Yeah.
If you have a Wisp
10
Razor,
seconds remaining.
how sick would that be?
There you
Give
go.
him Ags.
Yeah, give him Ags. You can also give Ags to the PL for his Spirit Lances. Get them bouncing all over the place. I guess the thing that I was thinking with the Razors, like you can purge off Warcry, steal damage from Sven. There's some cool little things there. I was trying to think of other heroes that can purge off stuff from Sven, and there's not really much that purges. It would be great for it. Maybe it won't be an issue, though. Dragon Knight banned out. Navi afraid of the heavy push. It's going to be a Quap ban. And they are going to take the DP. Lodi Lodi. That's a scary, spooky lady.
They know exactly what they want. These heroes are great for Wisp as well. Every time you see the relocate coming in, it's a very easy Death Prophet silence setup, right?
Yeah.
Great for laning against Puck.
10 seconds.
Decent wave clear. Decent AoE for the Phantom Lancer. You can Crypt Swarm spam.
Remaining.
I'm liking this Virtus Pro draft a lot.
For sure. And Navi, one final pick that deals well with the Death Prophet. Other things that come to mind. Maybe you want an Ags carrier. Maybe you just want something that can deal with it. You could put Puck against her mid, maybe. I don't know how that works.
I feel like Death Prophet just does really well against the Puck. Because even if you face ship, it doesn't break the Spirit Siphon, right? Which is what normally is the problem in the lane. Yeah. I don't even know what this last pick can be. It's...
Storms.
Oh no! Did you read the patch notes, Navi? Do you know?
All right. So what just happened? Can you explain to me? I actually didn't get to see anything.
Okay. So the patch was that Storm Spirit Kaya no longer activates the mana reduction twice for Ball Lightning.
Oh, so initial and then
the secondary one.
The secondary. So basically, it only reduces the initial, but the percentage drain is still exactly the same.
I don't know. I'm not sure which one it is that they did. They just said that it fixed mana cost reductions applying twice to Ball Lightning's activation cost. So activation cost. So it should still work for the amount that it goes over, I guess.
Okay. I mean,
basically, Kaya's less good.
I still think Storm is very strong.
Okay.
Obviously, not as crazy now, right? We saw a lot of everyone's been posting those ridiculous videos of the Kaya Arcane Rune, right? Storm just can zip infinitely. He actually gains more mana than he loses.
Oh my god, I didn't know about that.
With this, with this change, maybe we might see a little bit of a difference here. General's gonna be playing the offlane Puck this time. He's got 10 tangos.
Hey man, we're doing it. We're in there. Like we were talking about those, the Seneko Tether Grant Scepter bonus, it's still a little ways away. Level 15 is what you want to go for.
Oh, Lil, he broke his...
Oh no, yeah, they ping it out immediately. They know what's happening. That just happened. Pasha with the subtle flame, his teammate. And now they're just going to run away, evacuate the bottom lane. Crystallize should not get caught out here.
30 seconds to battle.
And yeah, Navi, they take their defensive posture. He'll suffice to get over here by the lane. They do spot him. Solo running at Crystallize. There's no way, right? There's no way, right? They saw them move over here. They have the stun. Crystallize, you can't give away your life like this. What is happening? You saw them all move over there. Oh no.
Oh no. Solo is the one who gets the first blood at least, and they are pretty slow to getting these bounty runes. So
right.
Navi, they're gonna get 4 bounty runes in return. Not the end of the world for losing the first.
It was all a bait. It was all planned. Probably not. Roger going to have to back away now, and he's going to head off towards the north. Does he fall within tower range? No, he's out of there.
So I think Wisp is still very strong. I think we're probably reading a little too much into the Ags talent. Okay. I think for the most part, just play the Wisp as you normally would. If you manage to get the 15, great. There's quite a few heroes that can make use of the Aghanim Scepter, right? You can even do some crazy play where you roll in the Storm Spirit, tether him, and then you turn someone into a rock. I don't know if that actually works though. I don't know if it grants you the ability.
Goes down. That was perfectly timed. Wasn't able to get off the orb before the the torrent came out, and having orb level 1 meant that puck goes down there. No phase shift.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Dendy CSing just fine. He gets 7-1 so far versus the 3-0. Now no one getting the creep wave into his tower. Kind of a rough go for him so far.
This is a very hard lane for Storm, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, because you know the way you CS a Storm is by walking into the wave, right? And you drop remnants and right click. But if you try to walk into the wave, not only does he like just dodge the remnant because he's ranged, but then you also have to deal with the spirit siphon afterwards.
Yeah. Well, they don't get any D wards here, unfortunately, for Navi. No one able to get some denies, and after a good initial start, it's starting to hurt a little bit. Solo trying to zone General out from the bounty rune, and Lil going to be able to steal one away. And now Earth Spirit rolling forward. He's going to be able to take the other. So Navi trading out these runes, and well, everything kind of sitting still. Seneko does have a regen down bottom, so they could probably put the hurt to Pasha a little bit here. Bottom lane, or top lane rather. General goes down again, still not level 2. Oh man, that's really hurting this puck here.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing about this bottom lane for Pasha is that since it's a PL and a Wisp, you know, as long as he keeps his health around this level or higher, if they do try to go on him, you can steep you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this bottom lane, pretty rough for him. Roger's only level 1 as well, so they don't really have a way to kill him. Or stop the TP at least.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, mid lane, more battles going. It's still Dendy staying relatively even so far. And
yeah, he's doing a really good job.
Top lane, they want to dive for this one now.
Oh, mid lane.
Mid lane
coming in.
More action happening. Dendy, he's going to end up going down. But meanwhile, up top, they're trying to find the return kill, and they can't get it. So very frustrating stuff, I'm sure, for Navi as they lose Dendy mid, and now can they find the kill onto Ramses? Roger didn't have his stun up there, so nothing doing.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did, like you said, didn't have the stun. I think he wanted to roll past Ramses and then kick him back towards the tower, but I think Sven's a little too tanky for that to happen.
Yeah.
And Solo, 2 levels into Soul Catcher, he's not really scared of General. He's
oh my
right click
God.
him down. And then he TP's out.
What a butthead.
That's a good way to put it.
He's just like spending his whole mana pool and then daring him to do anything. Well, Storm will get an Illusion Rune level 4 versus the DP, who is also level 4, about to hit 5. Again, relatively even. You're saying that this is pretty good for Dendy considering the lane.
Yeah, he's actually doing a really good job. I honestly think that Death Prophet has such an easy time dealing with Storm in lane. But, I mean, we kind of saw earlier, the problem there is the Nature's Prophet can come in at any time.
Right.
It's an easy kill. Not to mention, now there's Solo trying to make a kill as well, but he does get spotted by the ward, so
yeah,
not going to see this happen.
Dendy going to head back, send off his illusions to stack up the jungle maybe, or try and bait out a reaction. Now they're going to go for the banishment. Nice play there to get the full assortment used, and plus 8 gold. Nicely done, Solo. What a guy.
Value.
Oh. Snakeo and Crystallize. They're down here bottom. Pushing back Pasha a bit more. And, well, the wraparound is coming over here to the side. Lil and Solo want to make something happen against Dendy, and well, he does catch sight of them. Going to run away. And will not be caught. Instead,
Solo in a lot of trouble.
Now it might be Solo that goes down. They do have the torrent, going to connect onto Roger, but no one here as well. They're able to get it, stunned down, but well, Solo still living. Steals away even creeps here.
He doesn't have a TP, so he's like actually just committed to staying here for as long as possible and cause as much trouble.
Yeah. All this time though, it's given some extra room for General to catch up. And in fact, they're going to roll up top and try and take down Ramses. Popping the mango, turning to fight, gets the silence, gets the kill. Huge play for General.
My gratitude.
I feel like Ramses has to do this at least once every game, where he just like, he likes to play very, very greedily with a low amount of health. Like, he wants to really maximize his farm to its fullest potential. Which is kind of understandable here. He still had 3 more tangos, but nice little rotation from Navi. This definitely helps General quite a bit in terms of catching up.
Roger, he could go for a roll in towards mid onto no one if they want. No one, no vision up on the high ground. They move forward for this one, and well, there's the stun, there's the roll, there's the slow, everything going their way, and no one gonna be going to the grave. Oh, disruption? Maybe? No, there's no way. Nice play there. They tried to find a return kill onto Sneko with the ulti, but not gonna happen. And again, playing a bit greedy by Virtus Pro, trying to make it interesting.
I don't know if they're trying to make it interesting. I think one of the biggest issues here right now that Navi have, though, is this off lane. Like, look at Nature's Prophet. He's 28 and 21.
Yeah.
This PL is really disliking Nature's Prophet right now.
Level 5 on him. I guess on the other side, though, you do have Sven that ended up dying once in lane, so it's not like it's all going perfect. Oh, they're going for it. The stun, it comes out. They're able to bait the phase shift, but the rotation comes in. Is it going to be enough to save a life? They do get the stun out. Great play from Roger to save his buddy's life, but now Lil is here as well. He has 2 points up in X. They have the phase shift. Can he get away? They pull him back and kill him off. A bit too greedy from General, and now the rotation in further. Everybody's here from VP. Sneko, can he save Roger? They still have a roll and a stun if they want to turn it. But no way to really punish this any further. The stun onto 2. Roger, obviously no magnetize yet. They also have the silence, which they can combo together here if they want to use it. But they're just going to call it off now.
Well, unfortunately for VP, no Shrine to use.
Roger.
Would have been really value here.
They need to kick that guy away. They silence. Torrent not going to hit. Roger. Oh, buddy. Live on 20. Neutral creep denies Pasha. No one can't find that finish. Instead, they're going for solo. They find that kill. Dendy barely living here, but he is out of mana.
Wait, how did Pasha die to neutral?
I have no idea.
I think he was running past the neutral camp, right?
Oh, okay.
And then he saw the fight break out, so he uses his ulti, and the ulti aggroes the ancients, and he doesn't realize it. He just dies to them.
Oh no.
Bottom lane, solo in a bit of trouble. Hasted Dendy.
Yeah, they forced the rotations, and they'll call it off now. Actually cancel the TPs. If they wanted, they could go back in again, but... Storm picking up the bounty rune. Both of them. And maybe going to go on Pasha now. They have the damage to open up. They have the catch. They have the pull. Do they want to use it? Actually don't have a pull right now. But Crystallize is there. Spirit lands. Doppelganger kills off the trees. Chase continues. Crystallize low. They brought in the Sven. One swipe from Ramses. And PL is dead.
The long con. The super long bait.
And make it work.
For Navi. Yeah. I mean, on the bright side, it's once again, it's a bit of space for General to catch up. The more time he gets, the better it is for Navi in general. I think it's really important that he picks up his Blink Dagger at a decent time. You can't just rely on Dendy to pick up the but do all the initiating in the mid game.
Yeah. Oh, Pasha is standing by this rune, and now realizing there's people in there. Dream Coil caught. Pasha in trouble now. They have Doppelganger, and they caught the poor Nature's Prophet, who...
Oh, get the bounty rune.
He does get the bounty rune, and then taunts as he goes down. Alright. They got a good sense of humor about it.
Oh, Ramses has his Mask of Madness, going to be working towards the Sanji Nasha. Man, this build is like... been on Sven for the longest time.
Yeah.
Even though the items keep changing, this build has been like the Sven build for the longest time.
Do you like it that much? I feel like the blink... I mean, it's good movement speed and all that stuff, but sometimes I feel like for the burst, the blink is a little bit stronger. What do you think?
I think it's situational. Right now, it's not like they're, you know, spiraling out of control or anything, right? This is just a pretty even game, so I think going for this route is definitely the right way to go. You don't need the blink for the burst damage because you have other people to initiate for you, right? You have a Kunkka, you have a Shadow Demon, So you just let them do the initiating. You get the items that help you farm faster, that help you kind of tank up for the team fights, and then you pick up the blink afterwards so that you can do it yourself.
Overcharge catapult. Look at that. That's the dream right there.
Even with one level is actually...
All right, does he snipe Snako now? Does he do it? He tries to torrent General instead. He's gonna hit him. Breaks so the General can't get the last hit on the tower. All right, these supports, they're just like doing every little thing that they can to try and mess with people on Navi.
I mean, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
As a support. That's where your strength lies, being able to annoy people. Uh-oh, Roger gets caught out.
He will have a stun out of that. Good silence.
Great silence.
The stun, the roll, Roger. Ah, it's not going to work, though. He does throw out a magnetize. My God. That's onto a lot, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any follow-up.
You got all the ancients.
Yeah, and they realize that the ancient stack is vulnerable now. Does Ramses want to try and take it at this point? Seems like it's pretty scary.
I think they're going to wait on it.
Oh, Dendi also has a regen rune here. What? Okay.
No, they're just giving the bottle to General to regen.
All right.
Yeah, they'd rather have General be able to continue pressuring these lanes and not have to go back to base. So I think that's actually the right choice here.
Okay, fair enough. So one of the
doesn't have all that much. So
one of the big things I definitely want to wait and see is how well the Storm Spirit is going to work with the Kaya. How that ends up playing out, because it's going to be a different feel for Dendi. Like, even if he knows about the change that just occurred, it's I think sometimes hard to adjust. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree. I think it's going to be hard to see.
Yeah.
You kind of have to play it to get a good feel for it. I feel like that's usually how these things go.
All right. Well, we'll watch and wait and see. If he runs out of mana at an inopportune time, we'll know that the nerf had an effect. But
yeah, we'll just blame Kaya.
Stacks being taken. They are moving over to this direction, though. Roger wanting to soak up experience, and, well, he almost gets a full level off of that one. So it's something, but... Pasha? He's here with no one as well. They had vision of him when the smoke broke. 1,000 net worth lead, roughly. It's very, very even and close at this point, though. And the Virtus Pro draft definitely feels like it's capable of taking down towers with the DP standing at the front line, but you need to get that tanky presence for no one first. And I don't know, what type of a timeline are we looking like for both of these teams?
I think VP are just looking to wait it out and find more core items. Oh, Dendi?
Uh-oh,
silence. Here. Uh-oh.
They have the silence. They've already used it, so able to relocate him away.
Let's see if they notice this.
Yeah, they should. TP's coming in, though. Are they going to fight this?
Yeah,
General is here. It looks like they want to try and fight this here. They do have Dream Coil available. Blink forward. Catches only onto one. It's on no one. Can they do anything else? Roll in. Magnetize onto two. They have the silence to follow it up as well. Dendi trying to bring down this Ven. It's not looking like it's going to be enough as of yet. Reapplying Magnetize onto three. Roger may be in trouble. He does die. Crystallize is here as well. They're not able to follow it up with too much. Dendi jumps in the middle of all of them, trying to find the kill. Ramses, he's gonna get disrupted, but as he comes out of this, the Remnant's already placed. He blows up Dendi, needing to chase this further. Can they find the kill onto Pasha? He's almost brought him low, but now Dendi's out of mana. He has the stick charges. Can he get out of there? No! He ends up dying, losing his life. Maybe those nerfs coming into effect.
Just a bunch of trades going off left and right now. I think, once again, VP taking fights underneath Shrine. I think they might be underestimating how much it actually does for these team fights.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's not a bad team fight for them. They do end up losing three. It's like, I think was it 3 for 3?
I think it was 2 for 2. I couldn't quite check it again, but
no, it should be 3 for 3.
Okay.
Middle tower is under attack.
But it's a little bit of a net worth lead again towards Navi now. They haven't taken this tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. They did take the one up top. Meanwhile, Virtus Pro haven't been able to secure any towers of their own.
I think the important thing, though, is that they took down the Storm. Storm is always someone you want to be able to slow
Crystallize.
down.
Nice play. able to bait out the rotation from Solo, but Solo does get his ulti off. It looks like Solo's still going to die because of it, but they ended up disrupting the wrong PL.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
They will get the deny at least.
Stupendous.
Diffusal Blade is now done on PL, so his damage contribution is going to be a lot higher.
Well, they got a D ward up here in the top lane. And this is where we can maybe start to see some relocate ganks happening as well. If anybody comes up top, it'd be a huge problem.
Middle tower has fallen.
It's a relocate rotation. But who do you feel like is more happy at this stage of the game? Like, who's had their game plan work out better for them so far?
I feel like they're both like on equal footing right now.
Okay.
I think if there's an opportunity for Navi to pull ahead, I think this would be it though. This is where PL is probably his strongest, where you just pick up the Diffusal Blade, and the other team doesn't exactly have that much to protect themselves with.
They caught themselves a PL, boat coming in as well, but there's the catch, there's the pull away. Io keeping him alive for the moment. Crystallize, he's living through this. The bottle charges everything. Crystallize, is he going to be a full liver? It doesn't look like it. But Denny might still be able to turn this back around. The disruption is there. They pull back in the DP and they find the kill. That's 2 dead already for the PL. Everybody else caught in the coil and keeping him back. The Magnetize reapplied yet again. They break the tether. Pasha, they're going to be able to roll away. So the trade is PL for DP and Kunkka.
I think that's actually a pretty good trade for Navi, considering that was an exorcism used as well. So don't have to worry about the exorcism for another minute and a half. It's pretty important.
But we did see the strength of the silence there from the DP. Question I have is, once this PL gets into a Mantis style, how do they decide and how do they try and keep control of him? Like, it's going to be pretty tough.
They have kind of like a few ways to actually catch him out. It's just whether or not he's careless with his movements. Right? There's a Kunkka who can catch you out. There's a Stormbolt if you do, commit your doppelganger too early, as well as a disruption into a silence.
Oh, just a little X marks there on General. Nothing really significant though. He is underneath a ward right there. And meanwhile, they have the relocate back up in 20 seconds. It was a good play in that fight. I think that the Yule sceptered to disable the relocate that was coming in. Bottom lane starting to drop, and General decides he doesn't want to be here anymore. While the play is going towards mid, where Navi are going to attempt to take the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I think they're going to get away with this one. I don't think... Oh, they're threatening to defend.
Is this really what you want to do, though? They try and go for it. Banish the PL, but the roll in, the stun, the silence. It's going to follow through onto Solo, and... Well, they end up finding the kill. Snako need to TP away from there. He's going to have that ulti pop, and... Well, he gets away. Good decision to TP out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
So far, the game's still feeling a little slow.
Yeah.
I mean, although I say that, there's already 21 kills. Pretty much getting a kill a minute, but both sides trying to farm up towards their next item. I think Ramsey's just picked up his Blink Dagger, so I think he's ready to go. Got an extra 30 damage as well. No one went for the Hood of Defiance. Felt like magic damage was the biggest issue here. I definitely agree with that. I think right now VP are looking to take an engagement where they can secure Roshan for themselves.
Okay.
Because Navi don't exactly have a Roshan lineup. They don't have the they won't have the time to do Roshan. Even if they had like 60 seconds on one hero where he was dead for 60 seconds, I mean, they probably still wouldn't be able to kill it. Yeah.
That is definitely one downside to this. And Bloodstone also is going to be done, though. It feels like, even though that's the case, Navi is still doing a very good job of keeping these lanes pushed out, so it's tough for VP to get into a position to take anything either.
Well, Roger's almost done with his Blink Dagger. Soneko's still only level 8, so if we Like he just hit level 9, but if there's any hope in seeing the tether bonus, we're still quite a ways away.
Yeah. We do have some other cool talents, though. PL just got some extra health. Oh my god, BP, they're going in for it.
Oh, this is such a good play here. I think they purposely smoked up.
Ah, they orb, though. They realize what's happening. Solo, he gets the disruption. They're still taking Roche. They need to get here as quickly as possible. Able to phase shift away from one. Solo drops his ultimate. That's the Aegis already there, but they're trying to separate these heroes. The silence is there. Onto the Storm Spirit. Can they bring him down in time? They do. Storm goes down. Bloodstone not able to be used either. That is a huge pickup. Aegis and a Storm kill as he gets his Bloodstone. That doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, that one really hurts. The last thing you want to have happen to you is to die the moment you finish that Bloodstone. So it's almost as if he picked it up and it started at 9 charges. Dendy not going to be happy about that one. And, well, I think this is where VP kind of just slow it down a bit. You know, you got the Aegis. Let's just wait for our cooldowns to come off, and then let's make use of this Aegis. A lot of tier 1s, or a lot of towers to be taken. 2 in the top lane, and then 2 more in the mid and bottom.
Yeah, they just set that up so well. Like, all this vision around this area. Seeing absolutely everything from every angle. And, well, Navi now going to need to play their way out of a hole. There's a couple cool things that they can look forward to in the late game. The Overload Piercing Piercing Spell Immunity is pretty good against the Sven, I feel like. Obviously, you could go for the creating Remnants also if you want to, just to clear through the creep waves. Either one feels pretty strong.
I really like that Remnant one.
Yeah.
It's just so chaotic in teamfights. So they're just zipping all over the place. And it's kind of impossible to not run into any Remnants, right? So
yeah.
It actually contributes quite a bit of damage to these late game teamfights.
Bounty.
Dire's top tower
So,
is under attack.
23 minutes in, 11-11. It's still a very, very even game. But Virtus Pro, if they're able to start securing these objectives, maybe get the next Aegis as well, possibly go for a refresher shard once you get the third one, you could have a easy path to the summit.
Refresher shard death profit.
It's disgusting. Oh, and look at this movement. Solo, Lil, Ramses, they're all moving into the jungle right now. They do walk underneath the ward, but still under the cover of smoke. They see him immediately jumping forward. Puck, can he get away from there? It's not going to happen. This hero that you pick for survivability is just not working out. They do have vision right now over Solo. Now they're going to blow him the hell up. Doesn't get off a single spell, but the turnaround, it's going to be there. There's going to be the doppelganger trying to run away. The boat connects and caught them both. Crystallize is going to go down. A triple kill for Ramses. Give that man a fourth now. Solo's going to steal one for himself. And the bait was beautiful.
That bow didn't even have a setup. He just aimed it at the right place. Lil was the sick bow play from Kunta.
Oh no, and now DP is here. They didn't even use Exorcism for that one.
They're not going to go high ground, but I mean, we're looking at 3 towers in the span of 30 seconds or something like that.
3,000 net worth lead, a huge drop off into the favor of Virtus Pro. And again, it's the Storm Spirit losing Bloodstone charges. He's down to 6 now. Man.
It's like, you know, the game was like so even, right? It was like no difference in net worth, and all of a sudden, in 1 minute, they already got like shot up by about 4,000 gold. And they still have Aegis.
This is insane. Oh, God. You gotta feel it for Navi fans out there. That was a ton of towers taken. Such a steep drop off. Look at the graph. Oh, man. And it's just like they hit this moment. And it's by no means over. But it's looking damn bad.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It is not looking like a good time. And, I mean, this is kind of where Virtus Pro are strong at. Whenever they get a lead, they know how to use that lead.
Yeah.
Ramsey finishes his BKB. 10-second BKB, not exactly a fun time to deal with. And he's going to have his Chrysalis finished up pretty soon. Once that Aegis runs out, gonna have a new item to replace that with.
They caught themselves a putt, or Roger rather. Oh. He goes down.
Yeah, Pasha has the solo pick-off item build. Shadow Blade into Orchid.
Man, this is really bad. It feels like not only did they take the wind out of their sails, but Navi are like just broken, sort of. Those little pick-offs here and there, it just hurts so badly. And now, they're not going to get crystallized. He backs out at the right time.
It's always so annoying to deal with these illusions.
Yeah. They turn on the Lil now, and we'll eventually go down. Well, Puck has an axe, so some amount of way to deal with the BKB.
Yeah, it's a pretty good answer for it.
Yeah. Tower goes down to Pasha. The last couple dying treants take the win. Now they're gonna smoke away.
Wait, they were spotted by that.
Okay. He jumps forward, breaks smoke. Alright. That was pretty sick. VP no. Now the wraparound. Is it coming? Is it going to be enough? Can they make anything happen at all? They see crystallize. They have full vision over this entire area. VP walking forward. Seneko, can he get away from him here? They drop the ulti onto one. Pasha moving in. Has the Orchid. And Seneko, not long for this world. Poor Io.
Well, Virtus Pro, they took all the outer towers now. I think the next step they're going to be waiting for is basically finishing up some of these core items that they're going to be needing for the next fight, and potentially waiting for Roshan, or even baiting Navi into a game-losing Roshan fight.
Yeah. Level 20 Sven can go for the lifesteal or Stormhammer Dispels. Stormhammer Dispels any good? Do they have anything?
I was actually going to talk about that. He ends up taking the lifesteal. I was just wondering if there's anything to dispel, but
can you cast it on your allies?
that would actually be so funny, but I don't think so.
Because then you could dispel Earth Spirit ulti.
It would. I think that wouldn't be a thing simply because of how stupid it would look. It's like how is it beneficial to your teammates by throwing a hammer at them? It just doesn't make any sense.
All right. Well, 28 minutes in, Navi backs up against the wall. They're pushing bottom. You're getting some damage here or there, but at some point they're going to need to win a team fight. Look at Solo, just bold as brass, walking forward. They do find the stun, though. Oh, the Storm!
And he's silenced.
Relocate out. Great play there. Roger now trying to escape as well. Dendi able to create that little bit of separation. Seneko still gets two-shot there by the Sven. Ramses is a monster.
God Strength is down. All they get out of it is the Wisp. I don't think this is going to be enough to force a high ground push here, but basically just keeping them in the base right now. Going to keep the lanes pushed out. They are definitely just going to wait for the Roshan. And Roshan's back up like at the perfect time. The moment he walks in, no. Oh, there you go. And here we go, Roshan. Going to be the next objective.
They're waiting on it. They're playing it safe.
Yeah, they're going to wait for God Strain, just in case. No. I think some of the other heroes are waiting for their items as well. I think Death Prophet finished the BKB as well. I mean, they pretty much have everything they need then.
Yeah. Well, they go in. They'll see if they can take down Roche without having to expend any big ultimates, and honestly, it feels like they're going to be able to. Lil here gets himself the Spirit Vessel completed while picking up the Bounty Rune. Easy peasy for the Kunkka. And now the walk forward. Solo is here. He's able to catch that poor little Io yet again. Ramses with the jump board just blows up yet again.
That just happened. Pasha kind of feeling bad for that one.
And I mean, Crystallized Consented Illusions, they're going to need to steal on a half out of Storm. But it's so scary. Here. Does he jump? No. He's going to go mid instead. Try and cut the creep wave.
They just gave everything to no one. Ramsey's actually not going to hold on to any of it.
Maybe a kill onto Pasha? They walk up to the high ground. They spot him. Okay. Nobody else is there, but they don't want to go on him.
I wanted to bring up the vessel to the spirit vessel.
Yeah.
This thing is actually such a great item against the wisp. It pretty much like negates all the potential healing from a wisp.
Yeah.
It's like having an A without actually having an A.
Uh-oh. Storm. Torrent. They got him caught. There's going to be a Yule Scepter. They have the silence off cooldown soon, but... Well, Dendy's like, no, please. He gets away.
He dips all the way back into base. Pasha almost made it in time to silence him a second time.
I think he wants to do the zip TP thing, yeah.
Oh, you see that? They glyphed to protect their creeps.
Oh my goodness.
That was a great play.
Alright. Yeah, VP are next level. Ramsey's going to take a good amount of damage here, but like you said, it's really no one that's the guy who's dealing all the damage that they need. Dendy zips in, zips out. They kill off the creeps, and VP need to deal with the split push. Crystallized, hitting the tier 3 tower. Okay, maybe they can find some people on the way out of there. They break it. Not bad at all, but Puck may be in a little bit of trouble as well. They have the Dream Coil. They're doing a lot of damage onto the Puck. They're going to TP in. The Nature's Prophet as well, trying to deal the damage that they can. Roger could chase this. Has a Magnetize available if he wants to go for it. But there's going to be the smoke used. And Navi can't find any retreating heroes.
But still, that was a great play from Navi. They managed to get Virtus Pro to use everything, and they still managed to take down a tier 3 tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, some great movement from Navi.
It's tough, though. They're still playing from so far behind. But, I mean, we can see the beginnings of a comeback happening. It's just a matter of actually being able to hold out till you can get to those later game scenarios. You got the level 25 talent for Puck eventually. Getting that GPM. Wisp also, level 12, getting closer and closer to the Ag Scepter. Does the Ag Scepter change anything really this game?
No, not really. Definitely no.
I mean, you still take that over the Spirit's hero damage,
I
right?
actually think at this point of the game, you probably just take the spirits.
Oh no, please don't tell me that. I mean, it is a lot of damage.
Think about it. 90 spirit damage, right?
Yeah.
The balls do 100 right now. There's 5 of them.
Yeah.
That's 500 damage. If you get an extra 90, that's what is that? 450 extra damage. That's 950 hero damage if you hit all 5 balls, all 5 of them.
Well, we'll see. Storm Spirit picks up his Orchid, and we do have Crystallized up the top lane. He's in some trouble here. Does have the Manta on cooldown. 14 seconds. The Hex comes out. They don't hit on the Sprout, but Crystallized in trouble and killed off.
God, they have so many answers for this PL as well as the Storm. Like, look at their items. Sven has a Bloodthorn now. There's a Sheep Stick on Pasha, as well as an Orchid. And then you have the Death Prophet, who also has a Silence. So, ton of silences coming out of VP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Puck.
Gets Yules. Is he going to get Silence?
Yeah,
he gets
they have the Yule Scepter still for Puck. Alright.
Oh, here comes another Sheep.
Oh, God. No! It's all falling apart. They have buyback on both the heroes, but you don't want to have to use it at this stage of the game. Still, they have Ags. Could be that long duration stun that they want to look for, but bottom lane.
He's silenced.
Oh, Dendy. No, no, no. Dendy's in trouble as well. He's silenced, gets the Yule Scepter off. Is he going to be able to get away, though? The stun. It's not going to happen. They hit the turret. It's a magnetized on absolutely everybody.
Oh, and Roger, is he going to go down to the right click?
They don't have any buyback on these heroes. The boat comes out. They've got the buff onto all of them. VP are just going to continue to hit away at this, and they don't have buyback on Storm. This game is feeling pretty close to over. They can even do the X plays to get Pasha back at full HP. They are going to run away, though, as the exorcism wears off. But
yeah, they are going to be happy with the amount of damage they caused. Not really losing anything in return, and just taking a set of racks as well as the tier 3. Now they're going to go for the shrine. Yeah. Ton of gold going their way right now.
Has fallen.
And Pasha, with that one push, has enough for a BKB as well. Shiva coming out. this is looking like too much for Navi to deal with right now.
Yeah. And I mean, like we said, we've been hyping up the puck level 15. It's not going to get there. And even if it does, like, it's so hard to make any of these things work. Puck, or rather the IO 15. I don't know. It's all feeling like it's not going to work. They have the 500 Phantom Rush range, so they can chase a little bit better, but it's a hard game to win. That is for damn sure. And they've got split push. They've got an 18,000 net worth lead. 36 minutes in, 11 to 22. And VP playing it safe, as has been their MO so far after that first game loss.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
I feel like Navi kind of got like a little shaken up after a few of the losses. I feel like the first couple of games, they were really aggressive, and I think their downfall this game was their inability to play aggressively.
Yeah.
They were just kind of like playing at Virtus Pro's pace and just like fell behind. Always got caught out. Virtus Pro just superior map movement from the start of the mid game. Dendy's trying to find Pasha. But it might be Pasha who finds him instead. They're going to meet up in the bottom lane now. Is there still an Aegis? No, the Aegis finally ran out.
But they do have Exorcism again. And honestly, I would be very surprised if no one is going to go down in this fight. With Shiva's, BKB, Hood, Yule Scepter. I don't know. It feels pretty impossible. But, well, they're sending the illusions around. They end up banishing the Earth Spirit. Roger, nowhere really left to go. Dendy jumps forward. He's going to get hexed. He's going to get stunned. Dendy is gone. Wicked 6 streak. Maybe it's all a bait. An elaborate bait to try and get them to commit too hard so the Storm Spirit can buy back. But
I hate to tell you this, but they didn't commit anything.
Yeah, that's...
Whatever is committed, it's already back off cooldown.
Stun, catch, Yule Scepter lift up. He didn't pop his BKB there from Ramses. Still, he ends up popping it now, turning around. 1,200 damage crit. But it is a good Yule's, or rather,
oh, they caught
catch
General.
here. Oh, no.
Oh, he breaks the coil.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, but the disruption. Ramsey's still alive, and all of the illusions are gone, and so is the barracks. Mid lane, trees are hitting it. They're being sent in over and over again. Dendy tries to jump forward for this. He might just run into a sheep stick. If they want to, they can just kill him. They don't actually go for it. They commit the TP fully, and, well, no Scepter, solo.
They're picking out the gem right now. Solo tried to hide the gem before dying, if you can see where Seneko is.
Yeah.
It's a really funny little play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but still, I definitely appreciate a play like that.
Well, Storm Spirit had to buy back. They still lose 2 lanes to barracks, and Navi...
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. All they lost was a Shadow Demon, and like you said, a lane of Rax, a buyback from Storm, amongst other kills. This is
no one has a Deso.
The hardest fight. Yeah, why not?
They know what they want to do. General will run into Lil here. They get the silence, trying to get the kill.
Okay.
I think that's the first Bloodstone charge Storm's gotten in a really long time.
You should have put to port sooner.
Well, he's got 4.
Yeah, man. It's rough.
I mean, I don't know what that tells you.
Game is hard. Sven ends up getting a Butterfly after getting the Bloodthorn too. And there is kind of like this nice little timing. Roche is going to be down or back up in 50 seconds. Maybe, possibly, with the Refresher Shard, Navi can win a fight.
That's kind of the same issue they're running into right now, or they've had since the beginning of the game, is that even though it's 40 minutes into the game, they still have a hard time killing Roshan.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at PL, look at his build, right? He's got Diffusal Manta Heart. Doesn't really do any damage.
Yeah.
And Storm Spirit, you know, you build towards the intelligence, mana items, not really a right clicker, so he doesn't do that much either. And if you look at everyone else, yeah, there's no Solar Crest. It's not a thing. If you're looking at a potential comeback, you're talking about Dendy zipping into the Roshan pit and...
Oh. End up going for it. Now, well, Crystallize need to run away. They drop the Dream Coil. Not really sure if it's going to be doing enough as They're still starting to fall down. Crystallize is actually standing very strong in this, but they get the relocate away.
Oh, that was a return relocate, so
yeah,
no one's actually going to go down for that.
That was a nice play. They forced a lot of rotations. They forced out BKB charges.
Well, the thing is, rotations at this point don't even matter.
Yeah.
The 2 lanes are already down. They don't really care. If anything, they managed to get a BKB charge.
Yeah.
But that's like it.
They all TP'd to the same place they were going to go anyways.
Yeah.
All right, Roshan back up.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, Navi. The final chance, the final countdown. Is it going to be the moment that they need? Well, Roshan is already almost dead. And it looks like VP are going to get that last little bit of help for themselves. The refresher shard on VP.
Shard.
Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I mean, do they have to take this fight before they get to their base?
No, they don't. I don't think they have to.
All right, wait a minute. We're here. He got level 15. Io, be prepared, everybody.
Oh, he took the scepter. Okay.
All right.
I mean, at this point, you might as well go all in, right? Maybe you can make something happen.
Silence there onto a couple of them. They get the pull back in. That's a lot of damage with the magnetize, but not nearly enough. And now crystallized in trouble.
Oh, he just gets silenced again.
Yep. No one is brought down fairly low, though. They popped the BKB out from him. Oh, yeah. He's not going to die.
He's not going to die.
He's living. All right,
he
VP.
Doesn't care.
They really don't give a damn. They are bouncing him around. Jump forward. Ramses finds another kill. A triple
here
for
comes
him.
The refresher shard.
They pop it a second time.
BKB.
Yeah, this is this problem. He does get a long duration stun. And Crystallize trying to turn this on to Pasha. He's draining a lot of mana. He might be able to kill off Pasha. Might be able to kill off Lil. Might be able to kill somebody. That's not happening. The disruption is there. Pasha ends up not even dying.
Oh, he was taunting us.
5-man wipe.
Very last breath.
And GG well played is called. Virtus Pro, ladies and gentlemen, are going to reclaim their seat at the summit. The winners from the last one are there again. Navi eliminated. Steven, is this what we expected? It's what you expected, 3-1.
Radiant's middle tower.
Wow. To be fair, I expected 3-0.
Oh, okay, sorry.
3-1 was my second guess, so it's, you know, I can't exactly say I predict this. Honestly, I'm really impressed with how well Navi played in this series. They're showing like tremendous growth, but I mean, Virtus Pro is Virtus Pro. That was not an easy series for them. I think like the biggest issue that Navi had when they played against VP is that the mid game was just insane from Virtus Pro. After that first game, their mid game from games 2, 3, and 4 were almost flawless. Right, the laning phase honestly was like pretty close for most of the games. I think apart from the second game, I believe.
Yeah.
Other than that, all the laning phases seemed pretty good for Navi. But once the laning phase ended, Virtus Pro always seemed to have the better map movement. They always found the pickoffs they needed. They moved into the correct areas to like capitalize on these kills and then convert them into objectives. Like you saw this game. This game was a great example of that. They took a fight and they took 3 towers off of one team fight. I don't think it's all that common that you see like a movement like that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's showing that even when they're behind, they know exactly how to play so that they don't fall further behind, and then they wait for that moment when they're ahead, and then they strike. It's really impressive to watch, because I think so many other teams don't just like have that good of awareness of how strong they are relative to their opponents, and it's probably because they play so much freaking Dota. But Virtus Pro, yeah, they're going to be the team moving on and playing in the Summit 8. Some of the other teams that are there, how well do you think that they're going to do? What's your sort of read on them relative to the other teams that are there? Just for a little bit of a refresher, we do have Fnatic that have qualified as well. There is Optic, OG, Kingwin, Sacred, which is the Ben Jazz Leo style King Tekka stack. And then we still have 2 more teams to qualify from China and North America. What do you think, though?
I think they're going to be in a very good spot for their 3rd summit win. I feel like when you have that title going on for you, there's a lot on the line, I feel, for your team, especially since it is a minor, right? They want to get the points and whatnot, but more importantly, they want to remain as the summit champions, right?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, they feel like one of the strongest. Probably OG would be the other ones to contest them. Let's see. What's the China qualifier situation looking like? There's either Vici or LGD Gaming. That could also be a good match.
I think there's going to be a lot of good matches, for sure.
All right. Well, Steven, any final words? We're finishing off our summit coverage here. North America and China qualifiers still have to happen, but we're done with EU and CIS. How'd you feel about it as a whole? Any final words?
I think I say this at the start of every new season after TI, but you know, the more TIs that pass, the closer the gap becomes for a lot of different teams. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of new teams like on the rise after like the first couple of minors and majors. Like this is only still the kind of the beginning phase, but I think there's going to be a lot of teams that will surprise us once TI comes around. So I'm looking forward to how every team progresses. And as a big fan of Virtus Pro, I'm also very excited to see how far they're able to keep up their momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited as well. I can't wait to watch Summit. Can't wait to watch all the other tournaments that are going on. Because if you guys haven't noticed, there is so much freaking Dota happening today. There's Captain's Draft happening. There's Dream League going on. MDL qualifiers. It's all going on right now. So be sure to tune in and keep following the pro circuit. It's just awesome that there's like this much high quality Dota happening simultaneously. And of course, like it's difficult to sort of keep up with all of it. But you know, that's what you sort of. I guess it's sort of the first world problems, I guess you could call it, for Dota 2. But yeah, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. Summit 8 qualifiers for North America are going to continue on today. There's still a couple more matches that need to be played. Blue Pikachu versus Leviathan. That's starting in 18 minutes from right now, I believe, on this channel. And then the winner of that is going to face off against VTJ Storm. And that's the end of the first phase of the qualifiers. Afterwards, Digital Chaos Complexity are playing, as well as Immortals. A lot more action there. And then later on tonight, I believe we have the Chinese qualifiers, which is going to finish it off with LGD versus Vici Gaming. Another great matchup. That's another best of 5. And all of this stuff happening over the next couple days as we get ready for Dota. Because guess what? The qualifiers are going to end because we've got Perfect World Masters that's happening in a couple days as well. So much freaking action to go. But that's going to do it for us. Again, you can follow us at Lyrical Dota, at Aos and Dota, and then twitch.tv/AosandTrash, which is the greatest of names. Are you going to be streaming it all over the next couple days?
I feel like I'm behind on Dota, so yeah, probably.
All right, you guys, be sure to tune into him. I don't stream right now because I'm terrible, but I'll see y'all next time. More great Summit action, and be sure to stay tuned for the NA Dota continuing on. Blue Pikachu versus VTJ Storm in just a few. See y'all later.